Furlough Podcast, brought to you by All American Ford in Aniana, Alabama. Stop by and see John Makovica and his team today.
All right, we are live. And now we got in the house fire. Got Caitlin. So everybody that doesn't know Caitlin yet, she is one of my jiu-jitsu buddies.
Yep.
And very good jiu-jitsu practitioner here in Birmingham. One of the rising stars of the female arm, leg, whatever you want to consider it, of jiu-jitsu. Constantly progressing. So we were happy to have you on board today.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Good. So what are you doing on this great Labor Day weekend?
I woke up. Well, you used my real name, so I can't tell you what I really did.
Okay.
I woke up and...
You woke up and got the day started.
I got the day started with a regular routine of mine.
There you
did a
go.
skincare, washed my hair, and I found out my best friend's mom, well, a close friend of my mom died.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know, and that really hurt me.
Yeah.
That put a damper on the day.
Yeah.
And I tried to go see her, but she was a bit too hurt, so I'm going to go see her tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
And I went over to my best friend Gab's house and got my hair trimmed.
Okay.
Got my ends cut.
Now you hit me up. It was like the stars were aligned because, I didn't do a show on my typical Fridays that I normally do, but I was actually planning my day, all the things I had to do, and I was like, I got to get a show in. And then, boom, I looked down at my phone, and you had texted me. So I was like, stars are aligned.
Right, because I'm usually working on Mondays, and I think you usually work on Mondays.
I do.
Yeah, and I was like, well, it's a holiday. I wonder if you're doing anything. So I just went ahead and text you.
Well, you had mentioned many times to come in on the show.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that we wanted to talk about and can talk about. And one of the main things you were telling me that you let your friend know that my ghost hunter's coming in.
Yep, I let Jasmine know. I said, Jazz, so we think we have a ghost. She thinks we have a ghost in the house. She named him Bill.
Bill, okay.
And I said, oh, shit. So my jiu-jitsu friend, Chris, and she was like, yeah, the jerk. And I said, yeah, Chris.
Why am I a jerk?
And I said, yeah, his friend, Miranda, she got ghost friends. And they can come and help us get this ghost out of our house. Because usually we sage our house and all that stuff.
Okay.
Like, get all the negative energy, but Bill just want to stay. That's what she thinks. And like weird shit just be happening in the apartments. I mean, in the apartment that we live in. And I said, yeah, she's coming. And Jazz is like, no, she's not. And I said, because, I'm sorry. I don't, but it was just a prank. I don't like
you don't subscribe to it.
anything related to ghosts that I can touch.
Now, you don't subscribe to it in the sense that you don't believe in, or you just don't want to even get close?
I don't want to get close.
Okay.
I don't think there's a ghost in our house.
Okay.
I believe in it. I believe in demons and spirits and all the other bullshit, but I don't want to
attract that attention?
No.
Aha.
Not at all.
So
Why would I?
I don't know. Let's go back to the fact that you called me a jerk.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Every time I bring Jasmine into the gym.
Because
be honest.
Because I aggravate her?
Yeah. You
or aggravate
me.
you.
Yes.
Or, yes.
You, Robbie. Yes.
Okay, so let's just go on record. Let's clear things up. It's not that Chris is a jerk. Chris just likes to play little jokes.
Call everybody jerks.
I know, I
that's
do.
just me saying.
Well, I didn't want people to get confused. I want everybody to know that we have love for each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
So we're going to... Yeah, no, I'm good right now. I got my little Fit Aid.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't have gave them a shout out, but I like those. But are you guys going to come down and meet, or at the event we got coming on?
Meet her?
Yeah.
I already told you.
Oh my God! You gotta bring Jasmine down there.
Well, I get off at 4:30 and have to go
that's right.
work at 4 the next morning.
Well, what is she doing?
Well, Jasmine, she don't really know. Well, she's gonna make an excuse and say she can't come. How about that?
Oh Lord.
That's how Jasmine. She like being places where she's really, really familiar with people.
That's understandable.
And I think it's just a comfortable.
A comfort zone. I understand that.
Yeah, but we have been trying to step out of our boundaries lately.
Well, Club South has been doing a great job of cleaning up and getting better. It's smoke-free now and completely smoke-free. Matter of fact, we did a big cleaning last night, getting ready for the event. We know a lot of new people is going to be coming to the bar that haven't been there in a long time or hasn't, they'll be just completely new altogether. Woo! Amber's working me like crazy. And so I deserve it. I agree with that.
I really like Amber.
She is a good woman.
Yeah,
She's a good
she
woman.
get you and Dave straight.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She keeps us in line.
With the rebuttals.
Oh, she loves those rebuttals. Loves those rebuttals. You know why she loves the rebuttals?
No.
Because she usually has a couple of days to really think it out.
You know, I'm going to start saying that, rebuttal, because I always say something to someone, and then later on, I think and analyze on what we talked about, and I say, okay, so this is why I said this and this, this and that.
That's right.
But the person would have already forgotten about it. So.
Well, she won't let you forget. She'll hold you. She's going to bring it back up.
I like those type of people.
Yeah.
I really do.
We kind of give her a hard time and beat her up a little bit on the quick response times, you know. And she always, when she has time to sit and dissect it a little bit and get her math in her head all straight, you know, then she comes back full force.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it when people come at me left field because I'm not prepared.
Yeah,
and
puts y'all on point.
Yeah, I like being a prepared person. I like it when someone asks me something and I know what they're talking about.
Right.
Don't come to me and say, why you steal my blue jeans? And I don't wear blue jeans or something, you know?
Yeah, something crazy.
It's a stupid example.
Is it? Well, it's all right. It's still a good example. It's an example.
What did you do this morning?
Oh, my goodness. Well, first of all, I slept a little late because Amber kept me up cleaning late at the bar. And then I cleaned a little bit of carpet and I did a few things around the house. I was trying to pick up, especially when I heard Juice come. I was like, ah, shit, I really got to clean up.
Oh, yeah, because I'm a stickler for dirty messes.
Dirty messes. Well, I wanted to be presentable for you. I wanted to, anytime I have good guests coming over, I want to make sure I put and you got me out of yard work. I appreciate you.
Oh, we can do yard work. I love doing yard work.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time because I'll put you one.
My dad owns his yard work business. And I'm always with him.
Oh, really?
I will weed eat the shit out of some shit. You need help?
I always need help.
Well,
you see my yard?
Like shoes, but
plus,
I'm not getting my workout today, so I will help. I swear to God, I will help you.
Gotta be careful. I'll put you to work.
Okay.
My yard,
you
saw it.
Me to work at jiu-jitsu.
That's right. How is jiu-jitsu going?
It is good. I am not getting the blue belt blues.
You're good.
But I feel like a white belt all over again.
Well, how so?
Because everybody is putting me in leg lock. Or not leg locks, ankle.
Yeah, straight ankles.
Straight ankles.
Straight ankles. Yeah.
And I guess I'm just not prepared when it comes to that. And I understand, like, I know.
It's the next level, right?
Yeah, it's just a next level for me. And, you know, some people like doing straight angles, some people don't. So when I finally get to a straight angle, they say, oh, wait, we didn't agree upon straight angles. I'm like, you're blue belt.
Yeah, if you're blue belt, there's no agree or disagree.
What do we have to agree on if we're on this level? Now, if you're a white belt and you come to me and say, hey, I do want to, you know, work on stuff because I am about to be blue belt soon. Let's work on it. Just like Donovan, he does it all the time. But if I'm coming to someone and we're rolling, and then I finally get to where I need, that ankle is free as a butterfly.
Yeah.
And I try to go for it and they stop me, I get so frustrated.
You should get frustrated.
We're blue belt.
That's right. That's what I'd look up and say. So, hey, either I'm doing it or somebody else is doing it. You might as well get practice now. At least you know I'm not going to rip it off. Yeah, that's what I'd tell them.
Right. And I wouldn't go hurt no. I'm not finna hurt you. Yeah, I just see something available. I'm gonna take it because your arm's not free yet. Your neck isn't free. I want that ankle.
Absolutely.
So, and then when we roll again, you go for my ankle, and I'm like, well, you told me we were supposed to. I thought you wanted to have an agreement before we hit yeah. So why? I don't know. I just don't like it. I really wish we had more girls in there. That has nothing to do with anything, but
we need to be more ambassadors of trying to get in the ladies, you know, when we, you know, and especially for you, you know, doing your part when you talk to ladies out and about, and if anything comes up, you know, you kind of have to throw that olive branch out there to say, hey, you know, you should come down and roll with us, and it's really empowering. It makes you feel better, and because you've come a long way since you've started.
Oh yeah, like I was quiet, and I promise I don't remember myself being this outgoing before I started jujitsu. Like I wouldn't dare text you and say, "Are you doing a podcast today?" 2 years ago. So I mean,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm not being dramatic, but jujitsu honestly saved my life. Like I was just so depressed.
Yeah.
And everything, and that's why I try to tell everybody that, male or female, if I try to tell Jasmine that.
Mm-hmm.
She likes getting her nails done and things like that, and I understand. So
well,
I'm not gonna stop you.
everybody's got a thing,
Mhm.
but I do believe it's empowering. It's empowering in the sense of what a lot of people don't like touching. Anybody to get near them, to get in that zone to touch.
Mhm.
And the thing about it is, and whether it's a booster of life, of confidence, a confidence of getting into a situation where you're in a fight with somebody. You don't want that to be the time, because you will shut down and panic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not used to somebody having their arms wrapped around you ever, and then you got this person that's got their body wrapped around your body trying to do whatever, you're gonna freeze.
Yeah.
And well, now you won't freeze.
Exactly.
Now it's like, all right, let's do this thing.
Yeah, I mean, lately, because, okay, for example, Jasmine's a really pretty girl to
Mhm.
me, especially me.
Yeah.
But when she's putting on her makeup and everything, we go out, and it's been guys to go up to her and grope her.
What?
I don't know why I guess because it's just two girls and they think that we're just best friends or
Oh
something.
yeah.
But it's been guys go up to her and grope her, and I remember the first time that happened, and I was like, Jasmine, let's just keep walking.
Mhm.
Last time that happened, I don't even think the man groped her. I think he just kept, like, she's right here and he's walking by. This is her back, and just putting his belly all on her butt and everything. And I finally was like, hey man, you need to chill out. And I think jiu-jitsu really helped me do that, because I wasn't.
It gave you that voice, right?
Yeah. It really did. Like, I was ready to
throw down.
Yeah. And not only because that's my girlfriend, but because you just don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
To anybody, girls too, they go to men and just grab them by the balls. I don't understand. I've seen that. I think that's so weird.
That is kind of weird.
And
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if
people
I've
don't
ever
want
had
to
that.
speak up.
I think I ever had that happen to me.
Go to Pride.
Go to Pride.
Pride week at Pride Parade or at the clubs. A lot of men think that they can just do that to the women because they like men, and that you can't. That's not cool.
Do you think that there's a level of a free for all, if you will, because they just think that it's a party to celebrate that lifestyle or whatever? You think that they feel like it's like the rules are off just because of that event, or what do you think?
I really can't answer that question because I don't know, but just from based off experiences and what I've seen, like, okay, so just like my cousin, we used to like walk around. I used to just go up to him and pinch his butt.
Yeah.
But he finally said, like, look, I don't like that, and just because I like men don't mean that what you're doing. He brought out a really good point. And it was basically, just because you like girls and don't like men, don't mean that you can come up to me and do that to me, because in the real world, that would be considered sexual harassment.
Yeah, you're still invading my space.
You're still invading, yeah. So that happens all the time at the parades and all that stuff. And I've had, gay friends of mine that are male come up to me and just hit me on the tit. And I'm like, you can't do that. I can't say that.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want to.
Yeah, so just hit me right there, and I'm like...
I made the face because just somebody come up and hit you on the tit. I'm like, why would somebody do that?
He just come up to me and be like, what's up, chick? And he doesn't do that anymore, but we're not as close as we used to be.
Right.
We used to talk about stuff, but I think I do think they think the rules are off limits because everybody's having fun and everybody's drunk, but...
And everybody's celebrating that lifestyle.
Yeah.
If you will. I mean, everybody's trying to. It's maybe they think it's their moment of freedom.
I guess. I don't know.
But the whole point of it is learning tolerance too. So you got to tolerate the fact that some people don't want to be.
It's about acceptance. The whole thing is acceptance. So accept the fact that I like my privacy and I like my space.
Yeah.
Please don't come and I like you not. Looking at my girlfriend or touching her inappropriately just because you don't like our
Right.
sex.
Right.
That has nothing to do with it. Like, that's still just an invasion of privacy. So that's why I say, like, yeah, we're all gay, we're all happy and everything, but don't, we still have our boundaries.
If you don't mind me asking, how long have you and Jasmine been together?
We are celebrating our 4th year, September 20th.
Wow, 4th
Yes.
year.
We've been
What kind of lies did you tell to get her?
Oh, I said I have a 6-pack because she lived in Louisiana,
Uh-huh.
and I told her I had a Jeep. I did tell her that.
Okay, you lied and said you had a Jeep.
Yeah, and then I came out and said I don't have a Jeep. But I didn't lie to her.
You didn't lie to her?
Mm-mm.
I always tell everybody I told Amber good lies.
No. we met on Snapchat.
Really?
Yeah, she messaged me saying, "Oh, you're really pretty," and I said, "Thank you. You are as well." See, this is my plan though.
Oh yeah.
I followed her on Instagram. I said, "Oh my God, she is gorgeous."
Okay.
Followed her on Instagram, liked a whole bunch of pictures like a stalker.
There
And
you go.
I never commented under her pictures or anything like that, but I started liking them. And then I don't know who followed who on Snapchat, but it had to be one of us.
Mm-hmm.
And like a year later, she finally messaged me because I was really trying. I was talking about what type of girls I like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was describing everything that she
About
was.
her, yeah. Like, you was working that angle. That's
Yeah,
right.
but it took a year.
Hey, can you imagine all the guys that's liked the girls' pictures on Instagram? And I use guys, I'm relating to myself, but all the times I've liked a girl's picture, there's some girls on there. I know I've liked every picture they've had just because I think they're good looking. But I have no illusions that they're gonna message me.
Yeah.
And if they did, I thought I would think I was getting catfished. You know,
Right, right.
I'd be like,
That's what I thought. I thought I was being catfish. I was like, she can't be messaging me. This can't be happening. But it did. And 4 years later, now we're all cooped up in a 1-bedroom apartment. Our rent is going up $200.
Holy shit! Y'all need to buy.
We're stressed out, but I can't. I have to wait 2 years to be a homeowner.
What about her?
Bad credit.
Bad credit. Okay.
Yeah, young and dumb college. People used to line up on the campus getting credit cards, and we fell for it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was. Oh God! But my credit's coming up.
That's good.
Very.
Well,
very
fight the good fight, and you'll get there. Because the great thing about being a homeowner is, unless you sell it and you move, that's what you're going to be paying.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So when you see people, if they're paying X amount, and then 4 years later, you bought a house, you're paying X amount, your buddy's renting an apartment for the same amount, and then 4 years later they're still renting, their rent's gone up $400. You're still where it was.
Yeah, that's the beautiful part about it. My mom told me what they pay on their mortgage, and I got jealous.
Oh well.
I was like, how? I just don't understand. How come a big house like that costs less than what I'm paying month to month?
Because they know you're on the hook for 30 years.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, it's inflation. It's all it is, and unfortunately, that's part of life. As things go up, there's people that paid less for their homes with interest than some people are paying for these full size trucks now.
Can I say something embarrassing?
What's that?
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
So, I'm just learning what APRs are,
Mm-hmm.
interest,
Mm-hmm.
really the ins and out of a bank, credit cards, like what does it really mean?
Mm-hmm.
And getting the true definition of everything. I've become obsessed with the bank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. In the terminology of everything, I just can't believe it took me 24 years to understand.
Well, you're doing okay.
Stuff,
There's people older than you that still don't have any interest in knowing, which is amazing to me.
Like my car. I'm still trying to figure out what principal means.
Principal is your main amount your principal is your main amount of the thing. Your interest is all the stuff that you're paying on top of it.
Okay, so, and I read this, but I need someone to talk to me.
Okay, we're talking.
So, I'm paying interest.
My disclaimer is I'm no financial expert.
So, and just being us real numbers out there.
Yeah.
I paid $379 a month for my car.
Okay.
And it says year to date I've paid $206 in interest, and I'm like,
That's not bad.
Why is that?
Well, that's just how much is on top. That means you're making good payments. If that's all you're paying, for a year you only paid that much. So what you do is you take that amount, divide it by 12, and that's how much. That number is how much on top of your $379 is interest.
Okay, so I tried calling Honda the other day. I said, "Hey, I would like to pay 2 months ahead on my car payment." She said, "I advise you not to do that."
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be good?
You can, but what happens is on those kind of loans, and we'll have to talk to John. John probably be a better person to talk to about, if you can get messed up their way their computer systems work, it's best to pay on time, because if you pay early, say you pay 10 days early and the bill hasn't cycled on the computer and you don't pay on the date of when the bill's due, it's going to think that you haven't paid. So now you're behind, even though you paid extra, or you paid early. So you have to be careful about paying too early, because it just registers that as you're giving them money. You got to make sure that what you do is you put that stuff in a bank, and that offers bill pay, and you just get you a bill account, set it to the side, and you set those things up for paying, on those times, and you just dump money into that account if you can.
What is it called? Like,
it's a bill pay thing, what I'm saying? It's an automatic bill pay. The bank will pay the payment for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like auto draft.
Can I have money sent to that?
Yeah, you just you just transfer money into that account as much as you want.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that called a CD?
No, it's just regular. That's like just having a bill account. So you have your account, you have one bank account, but X amount of your check goes to for your goofing off money. And then you have another account for strictly bills.
I never knew that. I just thought it was.
Because you can have as many bank accounts as you want.
I thought it was bank account and savings. That's it.
No, you can have 5 checking accounts if you want 5 checking accounts.
I just never saw the point of that. I really do need to do that. I just been putting money in a little juice jug.
Nothing wrong with the juice jug.
Well, let me ask you this: when I paid okay, I've been paying like $390 instead of $379, $380. Well, why is my payment like this month? It was $369 instead of $379.
Yeah, because you're paying more on the principal, so it automatically calculates. You're paying your principal down, which is a good loan. That means that when you pay that extra, and you see your payments going down, that means you get a good deal on your loan. Okay, so if you kept paying, your payments will go lower and lower as you rock on. You keep paying that. Say your regular account's $370, whatever. You keep paying $390, and if it's $360, the next month still pay $390, and you'll watch it go faster and faster, and then you'll get down to your last payment. It'll be like next to nothing, if not early.
That makes sense. Okay, I'm just trying to understand.
I'm trying to understand, man. And it's good for your credit. Just make sure you pay on time.
Well, it's in my dad's name.
Well, it's good for his credit. You're doing him a favor. He's probably loving you right about now if you keep making good payments.
I wish. I tried seeing him today. I said, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna come by there after I get my hair done." And he says, "Well, I'm in bed."
In bed?
Dude, it takes 2 hours to get through this 4C hair. Like, you're not going to be in bed in 2 hours.
Oh, it was in the morning time.
No, it was 12 o'clock.
What?
I'm like, why are you... I get it. He's a hard worker. But why you wouldn't say that to your friends? That hurt my feelings.
I'd get up for my son.
You what?
I'd get up for my son.
I know you would. Don't rub it in my face.
Oh, shit. I'm not rubbing it in your face.
This is why you're the jerk.
That's why I get the jerk name?
Yeah.
I don't rub it in your face.
I told you that me and Jazz are having our anniversary.
All right.
We're going all out this year.
Oh, shit.
Taking her to McDonald's.
Shit. McDonald's?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm going to get their best champagne on the, whatever they got it. And we're going to celebrate.
At McDonald's?
Yeah.
Am I missing?
What's funny?
McDonald's, the hamburger place. Am I missing something?
Yeah, they sell chicken too.
They sell chicken too.
Yeah, and fries.
They selling tacos yet? Everybody seems to be on this taco thing.
God, I wish they'll stop. Just like with this Popeyes thing.
What is that all about?
Jeez, sorry.
It's all right.
That's so annoying.
What's going on with that? I haven't been. I've seen glimpses of it, but I haven't delved in. Give me your opinion.
I just feel like no chicken sandwich can be better than Chick-fil-A anyway. But
that's because they put drugs in there.
Probably. Like, have you seen that chicken breast? It's bigger than my breast. It's ridiculous.
Oh, the Popeyes?
No, from pictures I've seen, but from Chick-fil-A too.
Oh yeah, it's
they
delicious.
got huge. But people are going. Have you seen the videos of people going crazy?
Yeah, what's that all about? People fighting for real in there?
People are really fighting in Popeyes. And
for what?
Oh my God!
To get the sandwich or to not?
Get the sandwich. And I heard it's really good. I get that it's good. It's on what is called brioche bun and everything. I love chicken sandwiches, but my thing is people keep posting about it and talking about it, and it's fun. It really is.
Sure.
I'm not trying to rain on nobody's parade.
Yeah, the rivalry is fun in that sense.
To see Chick-fil-A tweeting like that and to see Popeyes tweeting like that is funny to me.
Sure.
The memes are hilarious, but people post about it so much they're forgetting about what's really going on. And I think I was just a little bit. I was like, dang, like. The Amazon is on fire, people.
Yeah, what's wrong with people? What's wrong, in your opinion, what's wrong with people?
They see things, and I feel like the world is becoming social media, outside of social media.
Sure.
They see something, they follow it. Okay, like my friend whose mom that died. Soon as she died, you posted on Facebook. And I get what I get it. You want people to know. And then you see someone share it who hasn't really talked to Shannon. And
it's all right. Well, there's tons of them out there in the world.
Yeah, but you have people who haven't really talked to her, and then you say my prayers are you repost and say my prayers are with you, or you know what? That was a bad example. When a celebrity die or something like that, and they post about it, and I can say I've done this before.
You're guilty of it.
I'm guilty of it. You post about it. To me, that's just you saying, like, I knew this person. You're not trying to say, like, dang, this person was a really good person. You just saying, I knew this person, and they're in my prayers. Yeah. I think it's a better way to explain it.
I almost think celebrities do that more than anything else. It's like, oh, what about? Don't forget about me over here. And
exactly.
They acknowledge that they did a lot of stuff with that person or whatever. Don't forget we did this movie over here together.
Right. Okay. One of my favorite rappers died, Nipsey Hussle. I just posted a picture of him, but I don't think I ever say like I listen to your music every day. I. It's people saying I do this to your music. I do this. I did this. I saw you. I did this. Never. You were a good man. You died.
You were a great artist, or you were I loved what you did for whatever. I get what you're saying. I like it. I like where you're coming from.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. Everybody wants to say, I knew that person. I
did this with that person. I did that. I remember we did this and blah, blah, blah. I get that, but say that for the funeral. Say, but I just don't like that, because would you do that when that person is alive?
Absolutely. That's a good question. You never see, and we're all guilty of it, you all have friends or family members that you could spend a little more time with. You should spend a little more time with, but we take for granted, that they're going to be there tomorrow, and you're going to take for granted. But, and sometimes it's just hard. You got a lot of shit going on.
Or you just don't want to be bothered with them, just like me. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but I do think that way. Like this, my friend's mom's death really did make me think, like, dang, I don't like being around my family, but I can lose them any day. But God, they are so hard to be around.
Well, it's funny that you say that. I think everybody has that experience with their family. They love them, but it's almost like, and I've thought about this a lot, it's almost like you can't put up a shield or a facade around them, because you got to remember they've known you since you were nothing. You know, you're little, and it's almost like even though they don't really know everything about you, you feel like they know everything about you because you've known them for so long. And there's, you know, to where it's your friends or a coworker or something. You know, I could sit and bullshit with you or bullshit with my coworkers or bullshit with somebody at the bar, and they know me, but they don't know the shit that I've done or been through.
Yeah.
Except for what I want them to know. And so I think there's a a security in that, and also in the fact that you're less likely to fuck with somebody, your buddy or whatever, versus your family members willing to, you know, fuck with each other a little bit more.
See, it's so different with me. Like, I don't fuck with my family. I joke with my mom, barely my dad, my favorite cousin Amber, and my little cousin Dave. That's about it. And I just don't play with other people in my family the way that I would. The way I talk to you, I don't talk to my family like that. It's like I talk to you like you're my uncle, my creepy uncle instead.
Why you gotta be creepy?
I'm just kidding.
Sure, creepy. Start getting a complex here. I might have to bust into that no joke mocha.
You probably should.
I want to go on record again that Caitlin loves me very much.
Yes. I love this man.
Damn.
But I'm just not the way that look, I'm silly with my family. I don't know how to explain, because I would do one thing and they'll put in my face like, you didn't used to do that. You didn't do that when
they
you
don't
were
accept
younger.
the change.
Yeah. Or they'll.
But we forget we all change. We all change. We ever change.
We change like weight.
Yes.
Like,
I'm not the person I was in my teens. I'm not the person I was in my 20s. I'm not the person I was in my 30s.
I'm not the person I was yesterday.
Yeah, there you
really
go.
Drunk.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Like, people, no, honestly, like, I try my best to learn something new every day, and I try to apply it to my life.
Do you think family holds grudges?
Yes. I'm one of them.
You're one of them. Damn,
Yes.
that takes a lot to admit.
I hold grudges, and I've come to okay, me and my therapist, we really get deep down, and I'm not crazy. I'm just, you
just like to talk. Yeah.
I think having a therapist is like having a doctor. I think you should just have one. But we're just trying to get deep down into it.
This is my therapist.
My brain. Yes. I have numerous. I have jiu-jitsu. I have beer.
And
I have
jiu-jitsu is definitely my therapist. I'm going to you, not to get sidetracked, but when you are stressed the fuck out, it's hard to make it to jiu-jitsu. But when you leave, you make it, you leave, especially if you have a really good roll. It's so hard to explain how you feel when you left.
It's just refreshing.
Yes.
Not only because you come in there upset probably, and you get to choke somebody.
Yeah.
And you just.
I've rolled with guys that like they knew I was upset. You know, something's bothering me. And there's a few guys around town that I can roll with. If they know that I'm just not doing it right, you know, mentally, they'll be like, "You want to roll?" And they say, "Yeah," and we'll try to kill each other. And I'll feel great when it's done.
I can give a shout out to Robbie about that one. Remember, I couldn't do that tournament. Yeah. And I went on that Saturday. I went into the gym that day, and I was highly upset. You can tell, and I think people were avoiding me because I was so fucking pissed.
They saw it all over your face, huh?
Yeah. So Robbie was like, "Stop with your attitude." Like he said, "You have a bad attitude right now." And we just started rolling, and I could say that was one of the best rolls. Like, I was shouldering out between his legs and everything, like, because he loved to, like, put me in his guard. Yeah. And I usually fall because his legs are so heavy.
God, he's strong, isn't he?
He's really strong.
Like Oaks. You know he used to ride bull, right?
Yeah, he did. He told me that. Just a real country boy.
He's country. I mean, anybody ride a bull, first of all, you half-ass crazy. Second of all, his leg grip is ridiculous.
We were joking the other day. I said, I want to speak at your funeral after I kill you. And I'll say, "Here lies Robbie, the only white man I trusted."
Wait a second. Okay, that's number 3.
Second only white man I trusted. No, third, because you, Chris, and no, fourth.
See, you gotta. We've broadened your horizons.
It was
Look at
just a
that.
joke.
You probably couldn't said that 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
You think so?
Yeah, my dad has a ton.
He has a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I call it, like, my dad, he's very a popular guy, so
Mhm.
he got a whole bunch of friends.
Okay.
And for some reason, all his friends has become my uncle.
Well, that's good.
And I was like, Jesus, so many uncles. But back to the point. Yeah. That Saturday I went in and I was just doing stuff that I would have done at the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got me straight. I forgot my point, but he
Well,
no, I went in there angry and I came out.
came out good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna do the IBJJF? It's coming in Birmingham in November.
That is my goal, to fight in the IBJJF.
They're coming to Birmingham.
I cannot get off. Take off.
Are you serious?
I've used all of my vacation time. I only have 20 more hours in sick time.
Okay.
If I do decide to do the IBJJF, I have to guarantee myself that I have to keep myself extremely healthy, like immune system, because I always get sick with a cold and have to take off of work. So I'm just saving it for those days.
Mm-hmm.
Or the lady thing happens. I like cramps get a little bit too bad.
Yeah, but if they know you're going to that I see what you're saying. You got to save it for that, but so you can't even use an excuse, because if you used an excuse and they knew you went to something like that, then they.
They might see pictures. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because IBJJF, they're marketing on social media platforms is huge. All they do is post pictures. But I doubt if somebody will see it. It's only like 4 or 5 people that know that I do jujitsu at work.
Okay.
Now, one of them is a supervisor, but one of them has retired. So I talked to Jasmine about it. I said, I think I'm going to call in sick for Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, and then just go to work Friday and Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot get sick for the rest of the year. But that's only 1 month, December.
Heck yeah. You have to struggle through that thing.
Yeah, I just had to go to work with a cold or pneumonia and fall out at work.
Then fall out at work.
Yeah.
Then they just send you home and say, you just don't need to be here.
It has to happen.
It has to happen.
But I don't know how much it is to get in.
I don't either. I'm thinking about doing it myself.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Thinking about it. But I got to start training this week.
Yeah, you should.
Got to run in stadiums, lifting a little bit, getting my strength good, getting my strength where I feel like I need it to be, and lots of stretches. I need to start working on splits again and different stuff like that. Work on my, flexibility.
Yeah, I was trying to train today with Scott, but he didn't respond. So.
Oh no.
I don't know, but I really want to do it, but if I can, it's fine. I really want to see Pedro Sauer. That's September in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's the 14th. That's
the 14th. Yeah.
That's my big event.
Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't know, but now I know.
For everybody that doesn't know, Miranda the Ghost Biker will be at Club South on September 14th, 1 to 4. We got Ghost Train. We got Ghost Train's going to be there. They're going to do a tap takeover, I believe.
That's so awesome. The Ghost Hunter with the
Ghost Train. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. We all set. You know how we work this thing.
That's cool.
We got Stagel Tattoo. We got Gentown Cycles, which is a guy that does work on Harleys. He's got a bike shop, so motorcycles, Ghost Biker, then Ghost Train Brewery. We're working.
Have it all together.
We're trying.
That's awesome.
And then, of course, John Makovic, All-American Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep will be there.
What kind of car is he driving there?
I don't know, but he is giving away.
A car?
No, he's giving away. We got a raffle. He's giving away a PS4, I believe. Free.
What kind of PS4?
I don't know.
The regular or the Pro?
I have no idea. But anyway, that's the part of the raffle. He was going to do that or something else, and I believe he told me that it's down to the PS4, whatever the latest PlayStation is. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to do a free raffle, but you have to be there to win. So you don't have to buy anything, unless he corrects me on that. So I should know this week.
Where has he been?
He is a busy man. He works.
He's really sweet.
He is a good guy.
Yeah, he really is. When Jasmine's car, something happened with the battery, he's already on Yana, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're already trustful. He asked if we needed it lifted there. so he can work on it.
Yeah,
and whenever something goes wrong, he said that he'll step in and see.
Yeah, he is a good guy. I wish him. I hope that it. They're. If I'm not mistaken, they're building. I think they got everything in works. They are building a bigger dealership closer to the interstate in Aniana versus where they're at, and I hope it is just ridiculously large, and he makes a shit ton of money because he's a good person.
He is a nice guy. I wish he'd come to jiu-jitsu because he was really strong.
He is,
and he was my height.
Yeah, and he's your height.
Well, right about. He's really good to roll with.
Yeah, it's kind of a balanced on size. Yeah. So, really but he should be coming back. He's super close to blue himself. He needs to go ahead and get that.
He's on the old system or the new one? On the old system or the new
old system?
Oh, cool. What's the difference?
I hate the new system.
Okay.
I think it should be the old system. Basically, technically, the new system where you put the blue block on the other side of the belt and get stripes. I don't like, but it's you're supposed to actually have more hours of attendance before you can move to blue belt, supposedly. I just don't like it. I'm one of those. They set it up however many years ago. There'll be a certain way. Why change it? It's just simple, white, blue, purple, brown, black. Simple.
So do you get a block on your purple and your brown belt?
No, only from white belt.
Why?
I don't know. Somebody decided somewhere to do it, and I don't know what they were thinking, why they were thinking it. I can't get. It's one of those things that even if I got an answer, I'd probably still give you those stink face. It's like. I don't know if you could come up with it. Well, technically they have more classes. So what? They're either blue belt or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I always used to wonder, we get an hour class, but what if I stay an extra hour? Does that mean I get another?
No, you shouldn't.
Why is that?
Because if you stay the extra hour, the free roll, then.
But what if I'm actually learning something?
You're actually taking a second class.
Advanced.
I don't know. That's a debatable thing because jiu-jitsu is a funny thing because one, if you're actually doing a technical class, you would think, well, I should get an extra mark. There was some guys that, even myself, that I would come in the morning time and then I would come in the evening on the same day. So I got two marks. Because I'm coming in two different technical classes. Some people don't like that. Some people think, you shouldn't do that or whatever. But it's just debatable, I
mean, I can understand if I come in the morning, then come in the day, or come, then leave, and come back. But I did have that question when I first started jiu-jitsu. Well, when I was able to go to the advanced classes, why can't I have another marking on my paper if I'm here for an extra hour learning something that's more technical for my blue belt?
That is a great debate.
And rolling afterwards. That
is a great debate. I don't have an answer for that. I think it's really an instructor thing.
Yeah.
There's a person I just noticed that got their black belt and well under 10 years, and I thought, and I won't mention his name or even mention how many years because he's local, but I was like, Jesus, that was quick. And I don't technically agree with it.
Me neither.
It was well under 10 years. And I think he's good. I don't think he's great to where you're like, oh, he's a phenom. I've watched him get beat as a brown belt. And I was like, but his instructor, felt like, he deserved it.
That's not okay.
So it's really it's such a but I know some instructors that don't give a shit. They're gonna make you. It's gonna be 10 years period. They don't give a shit. You're gonna be under them. It's gonna be 10 years before you get your black belt. You can be a monster smashing everybody at purple.
I appreciate that though.
Yeah,
Putting in that time to get your next belt, because it teaches so much more than just the physical part of jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Commitment.
Yeah, it teaches commit. I swear to God, I wanted to leave so bad, so many times on my white belt.
Mm-hmm.
But Scott just kept saying like, "You're just this close, Caitlin. Like, just keep going at it. You're gonna get beat." So I mean, it's not about getting beat and losing or anything. There's no beating. There's no losing in jiu-jitsu. Simply, you're just tapping because you can't take the pain or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, okay. It was just, my point is, it was just so many times I just wanted to leave.
Right. It's easy to quit.
Yeah, it is.
It's very easy to quit.
It's hard to get back in there too.
Oh, I'm telling you, I've quit so many times this past year mentally, but I just showed up the next day.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it, I don't even want to do it no more.
Just having a bad day in jiu-jitsu is not good though.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, when I'm rolling or something, I'm not feeling it or my mind is not in it, and then the person I'm rolling with is being a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Like, I'm just ready to go ahead and just say, I can't do this. Right. I'm not doing this. But then something just keep on calling me back.
Keep on calling me back. There you go.
I really do enjoy jiu-jitsu. So really.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Amber would do great in jiu-jitsu.
Why she's not there?
I think her schedule, and you know, she's messed around with me a little bit, but not enough to say that you learned a lot. Mm-hmm. But she knows a few little things, you know, that I think that would help her out in a tight situation. She's extremely strong, mm-hmm. and she doesn't like. It's funny because obviously I'm willing to teach her jiu-jitsu, but I don't think she wants to learn from me. So my son, you know, would do a little bit of jiu-jitsu with me, but I don't know. I was a little too rough on him, I think. I think I might have turned him off. But for her, she doesn't like to take that direction from me. You know, she doesn't want to be on that level of learning from me for some reason.
It's like kids with their parents. Like,
yeah.
Some kids respect the teachers more than they respect the parents.
Yeah. I don't know why that is. But, you know, it's like my son. My son would be great at it. He's been great at it. When he took it for a while when he was young, you know, and he did great at tournaments and did all that stuff. But I don't know. I kind of pushed him a little hard because he was so la about it. And I think I forgot that he was a kid so much, you know, I just wanted him to be good. And so I probably made a few mistakes on that thing. If I was, but he's kind of a knucklehead too, where, you know, as a typical father-son situation, I'd try to show him something and he'd just be like, whatever, you know, blah, blah.
Just let him do his rap career. He'll be fine.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
him and Dad.
It was wonderful.
It was what they were.
It was wonderful. They are rappers.
They have
a future.
I don't know about that. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
How do you order wine at a fancy restaurant? We're not really going to McDonald's, by the way. But how do
I didn't think you were.
How do you order?
Usually by the glass.
I've heard people say, I like your funkiest wine, or your oakiest wine, or your...
Don't believe in all that bullshit, in my opinion. What do you like? Do you like a red, a white? It really depends on what you're doing it for. If you are, boy, I'll probably piss some wine people off right here. So mm-hmm. I'll spout some bullshit.
I'm ready. Come for me. Come at me, bro.
But I'll spout some simple bullshit. You know, if you're eating, like you want it while you're eating, you get like a red. Yes, because it's supposed to cleanse your palate as you know, take a little sip between each bite, and it's supposed to taste like the first bite. If you're socializing before or after a meal, you get like a white or whatever. And that's what I've always heard. I never fell into the, you know, the snobby aspect of, oh, this has got a little oak to it.
Oaky after.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Like, does it taste like shit or not? That's my thing. Is it good or is it go down smooth? Annoying. Yeah. I want mine to taste like Kool-Aid. What are you talking about?
I can't say but I just learned how to pronounce it. My favorite wine is Pinot Noir. Noir.
Yeah, Amber likes that too.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Now Amber knows enough. She knows a lot more than me, obviously. So she would be a good person that you can, you know. She likes to get a little glass wine. I like it when she gets a little glass of wine too.
Jesus.
Especially if we're going straight home afterward.
Okay. I'm a child. I'm only a child. Watch it.
Watch it. Hey, yeah, I get excited. I was like,
I
she goes,
bet you do.
she goes, oh, I think I'm going to get me a glass of wine. I think that would be a good idea. I just sit over there with a little smirk on my face going, only 2. Can't go past 2. Then it's just, then things go awry. You got to.
Things are just drop left and right.
Yeah, you should get derailed then. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
2 though, 1.5 really. If I can get her to get 1 in her in about half of the next class and bounce.
I bet you would. Like, never mind.
bounce. You like that?
Oh God. I understand though. I truly understand.
Yeah.
But back to the subject.
Back to the subject at
How
hand.
do I say I would like your cheapest wine and I want it to taste good and I want it to be sweet?
You typically just like, I want your house Pinot Noir. You know, if you say house, that's you typically their lowest cost. Now, if you want,
sure?
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
because it's like house is like their standard. You say house, whatever. It's like you want $5. You know, like when they're doing well drinks. You know, that's their cheap drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from if you're getting liquor, if you want, you know, when you start asking for something real specific, that's when that price starts going up.
Yes, it does. Have you been to we spent $70 on drinks alone
Okay.
at Southern Kitchen.
I haven't been to Southern Kitchen.
They're not even that good. They're not.
Why
They're
did you get all quiet?
I just don't want to say nothing bad about them.
You know, it's just your opinion. We are not confirming. I'm not confirming. This show does not. The statements that are said on this thing does not necessarily represent the staff of the Furlough Podcast.
Well, let me tell you this.
All right, go for it.
That restaurant, you know how you smell dog food and you can kind of taste it in the back of your throat?
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine, before we stopped eating beef, Jasmine had a burger there. And it tasted as if I was eating my dog Riley's food.
Ooh.
And it was like mushy on the inside, but it was done.
Ooh.
The only thing that we had that I really liked was the fries, and it was only honey and jalapenos on it. I made that at home the next day. Anyway, we spent $75 on 4 drinks.
Damn.
So I got a beer, which was either this or Bearded Lady, whichever one had the most alcohol. And she had 2 margaritas, and I had one more drink.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had a cheap. I said, make me a drink with your least expensive liquors.
Mm-hmm. And
I got that check and it was $75. I thought long and hard about walking down those stairs and just getting into my car. I just can't believe I spent $75 on drinks.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Bounce. I'm out.
$75.
I know, that's ridiculous.
But if I go to Al's, I spent $17, and me and Jess got four drinks, Smirnoff drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why is it that expensive?
Some people just are.
They weren't even that good.
Yeah, but some people are just proud of their liquor prices because they figure if they got you in there to eat and doing all that stuff, you're gonna want something, and if it doesn't matter at that point if it's high or not because you know you're gonna want it. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
And so it's business.
That's why I just buy my own alcohol.
There you go.
Before I get there.
Yeah, you pregame before you get in there?
Oh, yes.
You need to come down to Club South and pregame. They got some of the best liquor prices in town.
Like, how much would I don't know how to order drinks, so I always get the Long Island iced tea.
That's Long Island's their signature drink.
That's what I want. How big is it?
It comes in a mason jar.
That just touched my country little heart. Are you serious?
Yeah, because it's a big ass mason jar.
Oh, I love going to places where they serve drinks in the
mason jar.
Mason jar. It's like this hole in the wall place. It's kind of near here, and they have these drinks called Blue Motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had one?
Mm-hmm.
It's the strongest drink in the world.
Yeah.
It comes in a mason jar about this.
I think
big.
Amber and them make them too, if I'm
They
not
do?
mistaken. Yeah, I think
I hate
so.
ordering them though. It makes me feel so bad.
Why?
I just told you. It makes me feel bad.
You have to yell it with pride. I want one of them blue motherfuckers.
I'd rather sing it in a sweet mellow tone.
All right, so I would like to have that blue motherfucker. Was that pretty good?
I'm okay. I just wish you would have got a bit.
Well, I wasn't going to try to pierce your. I don't want to hit that note too high like Freddie Mercury.
Who is Freddie Mercury? Who is Freddie Mercury?
Don't
look
even.
at me.
Don't
Dude,
even.
I hate when adults. I hate when people who are more adultier than me look at me like that. When they say who, when I say, oh, you're not like Frank Sinatra, this and that, and I say, who's Sinatra? I know who Sinatra is.
Okay.
It's just an example.
He's the lead singer of Queen.
Oh, Freddie Mercury. I just watched that movie the other night.
There you just watched the movie.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
He did the actor did excellent.
I didn't get to see it, but I heard it was really good.
I like the song. He opens his mouth really wide. He had on the tank top, the white tank top.
Mm-hmm.
He was singing it. Dang it. I can't remember it, but it's a really good song. I actually have some of their music on there.
There you go. So you fucking know who Freddie Mercury is.
Well, my
That's
fucking bad. I just know who Queen is. It's not my fault. Jesus.
That's why
Paul McCartney is dead.
What?
Yeah.
When?
He's been dead for some years, since the 60s.
What?
You didn't know this?
No, Paul McCartney's not. Paul McCartney's not dead.
Yes, he is. This is clone.
It's just
alive. No, I'm serious. Just like Gucci Mane.
Just like Gucci Mane's got a clone.
You know who Gucci Mane is?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He got a clone.
Yeah, he does.
But Paul McCartney doesn't have a clone.
Yeah, he does.
How do you? How did you factor in?
What's funny?
Because
Have you ever? You remember I showed you that movie Us? The trailer. I sent it to you a while back.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, so you know there are over 50 tunnels under the White House. What the hell is going on under those 50 tunnels? Can't take a car through there or anything. But I don't know. I don't know.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
I am.
Are you?
I love thinking too deep into things. I love it.
Your little eyes lit up when we even said the word.
Hurricane Katrina was a conspiracy theory.
How the hell is that a conspiracy?
The levees. Who do you think broke the levees? I just want your answer. I'm not gonna.
Water.
Go. Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway. Okay.
Are you saying
being
that?
serious?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't look. I haven't looked too deep into levees. I mean.
You think water broke the levees? Oh, you poor soul. Oh my
Poor soul. So you're saying it was an inside job?
Yes.
Okay. Talk to me about it.
That damage came from the levees being broken.
Right. No, it did.
It wasn't water. Those levees, they were supposed to be up there like 5 years before that.
Now, I will say this. Now, we'll probably hit common ground on this. They were supposed to put a shit ton of money that they got from the federal government in pumps and different things for the whole levee system. Mm-hmm. And they didn't. Because fucking people are corrupt, they did not put the money in that.
It's the corruption.
Yes. But I don't know. But I still think water busted the levees.
Yeah, of course water did it.
But yes, it was a result of corruption of them not doing what they're supposed to do. I agree with that.
I want to bring the light to it.
Well, I think they have. I think some people have. But I guess my thought was when you first started, like you had like a black ops group going down there and putting, damn explosions.
I'm gonna get into that one.
You ain't gonna get it.
I think Tupac's still alive. I think Paul McCartney, the real Paul McCartney, is dead.
Okay.
I think Princess Diana is alive.
You think so? I think they killed her on purpose.
They did kill her. If she's not alive, they definitely killed her on purpose, and it was her ex-husband's family that did.
Oh well, I'm 100% on that. I mean, just because the reason why, and this is hateful, but the fact that she was with a Muslim guy,
yeah,
and those boys loved her so much, and they didn't want any kind of direction from her Muslim boo.
Totally agree.
To direct them in any kind of way by proxy of her, they snuffed her fucking ass quick.
Yeah, very quick.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it didn't make sense how the accident happened. It shouldn't have happened the way. She shouldn't have been injured.
Went into the tunnels that the cameras just happened not to be working at that time.
The cameras happened. I can't even talk.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm with you on that one. That's me all day. I'm like, oh, they killed her ass.
I love conspiracies.
Well, the problem with conspiracies is you don't know when to stop.
No, you don't. I've had Jasmine say, "Shut the fuck up." Like, Jasmine, like, she would look at me like, "Babe, what? Just shut up." Like, I get obsessed. Like with Michael Jackson, I get obsessed with him too.
You think he did those little boys?
No.
You don't think so?
I really don't think so.
I don't think I don't know if he had the mental capacity to.
Me neither. I say, if you look at, and I think this because of what I worked with. I worked with sight patients for 5 years.
Oh,
and
really?
I had a patient that was like Michael. Like, I'm not gonna say they were like each other, but their parents were so tough on them. They had to grow up so fast. They didn't have a childhood.
Right.
And so one patient, he was caught in a room with a little boy or something like that. He wasn't doing anything, and I believed him.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I believe that.
He was a grown child.
He was a grown child. He literally acted like a little boy. Don't wash his hands. Like,
Don't say that. 'Cause there's some guys I've seen in the office that
well,
do that
yes,
shit. What the
it's
hell's
grown
wrong
men
with
that do
them?
that. But
Sick.
I mean, the way he kept his room, the toys he had in there, the stuff that he would draw on the walls.
Very
everything.
childish.
Yeah, him drawing pictures for the staff.
Right.
I'm just like,
You don't think it was a work?
yeah, I'm not saying Michael Jackson, well, I do think he had mental problems, but I don't think he did that to those little boys.
Yeah, I think he just didn't have a childhood and he just wanted kids to play with.
Exactly. And that, when that whole documentary came out, I was like, this is just BS. But
I think that, now this will flip your mind a little bit. That doesn't mean that, I think that maybe some of his handlers might have been little pedophiles.
His handlers?
Yeah, like men that work around him.
Yeah.
I think they might have been.
I strongly believe it.
Yeah. I think they were all in thinking that was their carrot on the stick, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they mad diddled some of them little kids.
What aggravated me about this whole thing when it resurfaced and everything, like with the documentary that came out, they would always say, like, I saw some guy say, I knew he was gay. I'm like, an old person who maybe like the same sex of little boys, that's not gay to me. That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't call somebody, don't just blame it on the LGBT community just because somebody like little boys. Also, I don't think he did it. I think these people, that documentary, they got paid a lot of money, even though they say they didn't. And the money they did get paid, they say they donated it somewhere but didn't have proof of it. Come on now. I mean, and then it's only two of y'all coming forward, and then one of y'all came forward and said that he really didn't touch me. My parents put me up to it.
Wow. They just wanted that money grab.
Yeah. I mean, this happened after Michael Jackson died.
Have you watched the new Chappelle comedy thing?
No. My friend Gabby said don't watch it.
You got to. It is the greatest. You will love it. I know you, and I'm telling you, you will love it. He beat up everybody. He pulled the PC gloves off, and he beat up everybody. But the reason why I bring that up is because he touched on the documentary, Michael Jackson. He goes, I don't believe he did it. He goes, this man's been dead for however many, 10, 15 years, and he got 2 new cases.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, but I've never liked Dave Chappelle.
Oh, I like him. I
don't think he's funny. I think some of the stuff he's done in movies is funny.
Right.
Martin and Eddie Murphy are my favorite people in the world.
I don't like Martin because he's too angry towards white people.
Really?
Yes. He's very racist.
I disagree with that.
He can't say anything. If the colors were flipped, if he was a white man saying things about black people that the way Martin says about white people, in the tonality that he says it, they would have already burned him at the stake. I'm just saying it's not fair if you're gonna play both sides. Well, so I don't like Martin.
I like Martin.
I think that he's made some great movies, but I don't think He
hasn't been doing good in the TV show scene.
Yeah.
But Eddie Murphy's funny as hell.
Yes,
I can't wait to his new movie Black Dynamite. I think it's called Black The Last Dynamite.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. He's gonna be in the commercial. It's hilarious, and it has one of my favorite people, Titus Burgess, in it. Bald.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Did you hear about Kevin Hart's wreck?
Yeah, everybody's saying that he's injured. Or
Yeah, said fucked his back
paralyzed.
up or something.
Yeah, I hope he does. I hope he's okay.
Yeah. Now I love Kevin Hart. He's
Really?
funny as fuck.
He's not the same in everything he playing.
A little bit, but he's funny. He's that guy. He's your buddy. You know, he's your buddy that you like having around, because even though he's always the same goofy guy, it makes you laugh because I think he knows where the line is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't get too far ridiculous, but he likes to keep it light. I like the fact that he doesn't play stereotypes too much. Like he's not all.
He's very safe to me.
He is, and that's okay in the fact that you're gonna have a guy that just entertains you. That's like a musician that's just a good musician. He sings a pretty good song. He's not gonna get too one way or the other on his music, but it's one of those songs that everybody can enjoy. And Kevin's that guy that everybody can enjoy in the sense of it's just ridiculousness. Sort of like, what was the one he did with The Rock?
Baywatch?
No. It's the one where The Rock was the CIA guy and
not Get Hard.
He was like a fat kid in high school and he comes back. But I thought that was hilarious because it was pretty funny. It wasn't a great movie. It's what I call a Sunday afternoon movie. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting at home, you've done all your chores and you're just gonna bullshit and relax, and it's one of those movies where you can just sit and The Rock did great in it.
The Rock is an idiot. I fucking love him. He's in everything.
Yeah.
God, he's making so much money.
Was it now fuck his name up. The black guy on Tyrese Gibson?
Bald guy, Tyrese Gibson.
Gibson, yeah. Boy, he's pissed at The Rock.
He got some mental problems.
Man, he fucking pissed at The Rock, man, because The Rock did the Josh and Hobbs movie thing, the spinoff thing. And I think it boiled down to the fact that
he's jealous.
Yes, they didn't get pulled in.
And I think this is why Tyrese is jealous, because it started off with him and the guy that died, and
Paul Walker,
and it's turned into a movie that's not his anymore. Because that movie was about Paul Walker and Tyrese. Yeah. I mean, it's centered around their character.
Well, actually, to be fair, he didn't come into the second one. I
thought he was in the first one.
No.
The red tank top?
No, he came in on the second one when Paul ended up down in Miami.
Oh, that was the second one.
Yes, the original one is just him and Vin Diesel.
Oh, I was wondering where Vin Diesel came in.
Yeah, he was the main original one.
I'm not a fan of that fucking movie. I don't understand.
I liked the first one. I liked a little bit of the second one. There was a little bullshit in there with the whole drug thing and whatever. And then it got ridiculous. They went from
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah. Now, Tokyo Drift was okay in the sense that I thought it was pretty impressive how they did the cars. But what I didn't like about that whole franchise is they've gone from street racers to special forces operatives with no real training.
Yeah, I was when I saw the previews, I was like, wait, so when did this become a CIA thing? Like, it was like the FBI is involved in everything. I was like, what? I don't understand, where did drugs come from? I thought it was all about racing.
Initially, it was.
So they've really flipped the script. Yeah. I don't even understand the Shaw and Hobbs thing. Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, well, that was off the one before that where The Rock got involved, where he was chasing them down around
on their freeway.
Oh yeah, well he was chasing them down around the world, and ended up arresting them, and then they meshed in what's his name's character in order, and then they just basically those characters turned out really good, so they spun off to their own thing. So,
do you know they have in their contract that they don't want to be hit a certain amount of times? They don't want to look too weak. It's in their contract.
What do you mean they don't want to be hit?
In their contract, in movies, they have in their contract that they do not want to be hit over let's say 10 times.
Oh, so that they look like they're always the one giving the ass whooping and not taking it.
Not too much blood on their face. Not too many black eyes and scars and this and that. They have that in their contract.
Damn.
Isn't that? I wish I had that much money. Just to say, like, look, I don't want you treating me like. I don't want
you to treat me like that.
Yeah, they don't want to look like they don't want to look weak on screen.
Right.
I never knew it got that deep. I thought J-Lo getting her ass insured was just crazy. This was nuts when I first read about it. It's tough being them, I guess, because it's a movie. You're not that character, so why don't you want to look a certain way when this is how the character, and realistically, this is how it's supposed to look.
Right.
That was just weird to me.
Well, that's why I'm not doing a show next week.
Why?
I'm in a movie.
What movie?
It's called Solitary Confinement.
Ooh, scary.
I don't know yet. I got cast. I'm just an extra, like a background type stuff. I don't know exactly, but I got I really can't say a lot about it. It's a little disclaimer thing, but I guess the name's okay. And filming in Huntsville. Mm-hmm. They were looking for people, and I sent my photo and a little information, and so the director lady and assistant director lady was like, "Oh, you're all in."
Who would be the actors?
Huh?
Who's the main actor?
I really don't know. But it's a military. It's future, set near future, 2040, and really don't know all the details. And the details I do know, I can't tell because that's part of the don't say.
Do extras get paid?
Some do, and then some don't, and then I don't know exactly what they're expecting from me, but I know what outfit I'm wearing, and I know what I know. I'm only going to be there for 2 days.
They're providing the clothes.
Some, yes, and it's a low budget. It's an independent film that's basically this is being shot as an option for a bigger thing, so it's sort of like a pilot, if you will. In that sense, if my understanding's right. So they're going to shoot this and give it to whoever the powers that be. So it's like a 30-minute, when it's all cut and edited and all stuff, it's going to be basically 30 minutes or so short. Mm. And then that'll be sent to the powers that be. And then if they like it, then they will shoot the full thing. But that doesn't mean I'll be in it.
No, it's still cool though.
Yeah. But so may not have a show next week.
Are you a movie guy? Like, do you like movies?
I love movies.
Are you going to see It?
I've seen it.
It too.
No, haven't seen that yet. But I will go see it.
How did you feel about the first one? Not the original, like nice.
The original was awesome.
The original was beautiful. Too long. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. The second one, I
haven't watched the second one, all of it.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
So we're on the third one. Well, the second to the. Not the original.
Not the original, but yeah, I understand. But I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I just finally got to see Endgame.
Endgame.
That's the Avengers movie.
I haven't seen that yet. Oh. I know Tony died. I'm sorry, people.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, but damn. They was cutting onions up in this motherfucker when I was watching. I was like,
you cried?
Not like a sissy, but I was a little heavy eyed.
Sissy with me, man.
Huh?
Don't say sissy.
Oh, what's wrong with sissy?
I don't know.
You gotta give me something more than I don't know. What's wrong with sissy?
I was just kidding.
Trying to put me under pressure over here.
Oh man,
you're so ridiculous sometimes.
I'm just society.
Society.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be one of those people.
Oh,
I don't know where you can't say anything.
I have to say everything. I got called a bigot.
Why?
I was told by a guy I worked with that I was intolerant of the way. Basically, he just said I was a bigot, and bigot means you're intolerant of whether people live. And I was like, well, I think I really fucked him up because I said, well, you're kind of right. I said, not that I'm intolerant, but I really just don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. Anybody can live the way they want to. So I wasn't even offended that he called me that.
I didn't know people get offended when you call them a bigot.
Yeah, some people do. Yeah. Because I don't think they really know what it means.
Well, you know what? My dad got offended. I called him ignorant. And I could tell how offended I made him feel.
That's different. That means ignorance just like lower than stupid. ignorant, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, to me, it just means like you're. Like,
If you're ignorant to the fact,
yeah, yeah, okay,
it depends on how you say it, I guess.
yeah,
I think it's like any word; it depends on how you say it, the context in which you're saying.
yeah. I mean, I've called myself ignorant, but I didn't say it in a mean way. But I didn't call him ignorant in a mean way. I just said, what you said was ignorant.
Maybe he was just confused on how you say it. Maybe
That's always confused.
your dad's always confused.
Such a dork. Something's wrong with him.
Why you give your dad a hard time?
Let's give him a hard time.
You?
I always give my dad a hard time.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
Because he gave me a hard time.
He
That's
gave-
just me and his.
Oh,
him
okay.
And, him and my
Personality.
Yes, that's just us together. We always give each other a hard time. He's an asshole to me. I'm an asshole to him. Sometimes he's a bit too much of an asshole.
Sometimes a little bit too much.
Too rough. Like I just be like, Dad, you don't. Okay, today, I said I'm going on a podcast. What's a podcast? When you speak to a microphone, it ends up on people's phones. He says, "Oh, what y'all gonna be talking about?" I said, "I don't know, Dad." He asked so many questions, so
What's wrong with that?
From there, I said, "I don't know, Dad. Are you putting some other man over me?" And I'm like, "No, what?"
Wait a second. Like I asked.
It goes there.
But wait
That's
a
my
second.
point.
You asked. You told him you were going to come by, and he said that he was in bed.
Exactly. That's my point, Chris. That's my point. That is my point.
Now we're back to conspiracy theorists.
Yeah. My conspiracy is aliens get in his head and just switch things up. We'll have a conversation 5 minutes later. He'll act different.
Yeah. You gotta make him a tinfoil hat.
His head is too big for it. I hope he's not gonna listen. I'm gonna tell him about it.
He should. He probably, no matter what you say, he loves you. And you
Yeah,
love him. And so he'd probably laugh. He probably won't let you know he laughed, but he'd probably laugh.
My dad, he's a stickler.
He's a stickler.
He doesn't laugh at anything. He laughs. Like, okay, one time we were all in bed, me, him, and my mom. And my mom was like...
Like the three bears?
Literally like the 3 bears. And my mom was like, "Why don't you do something with Caitlin? Like, take it something." He said, "Yeah, me and Scaitlin always go Caitlin."
What? Me and Caitlin always go Caitlin. What the hell?
That was so funny to me. And because
That
he
is
always
funny.
get his words mixed.
He wasn't doing it to be funny.
He always get his words mixed up. It's so stupid.
So he's verbally dyslexic.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Like when he's under pressure, he starts. Like the other day, he said Popeyes, and he meant Popeyes he got fries from Popeyes.
Okay.
So he'll say, like, for example, he'll say, "I got pies from Popeyes." Does that make sense?
That don't make sense. I don't know what that means.
You've never mixed up your words like that?
I don't
Like
know.
saying "full fiction" or like
No, I don't think so.
Are you serious?
I don't think so.
You're perfect.
I'm not perfect. I just don't think so. I mean, that doesn't mean I have it.
Everyone I know do that.
Maybe I didn't realize it, but I don't think about it. I don't. Nobody's corrected me
Really?
that I know of. That I remember.
Were they scared of you?
Nobody's scared of me.
Mm.
I'm such a lovable person.
That's nice to think.
To think that I'm lovable.
It took me a while to love you.
What?
It really did.
Damn.
It really did.
I think we're having a therapy session.
I don't think so.
Why did it take a long time for you?
I just thought you were just a hard ass.
Oh, I was teaching you stuff. I had to be firm.
To me, you were a hard ass. And then I was listening to one of my podcasts I listened to, and it's like it came right on time, cause it was like the people that believe in you the most are the ones who are harder on you. So that's when I started thinking of you like that.
There you go.
And I was like, okay, he don't mean.
Yeah, I do believe. I always believed in you.
Yeah, because one time you probably don't remember this because you probably don't even know you did it, but you walked by me, and it probably wasn't even towards me, but we were break falling and everything, and you was like fucking terrible, and then walked by.
Fucking terrible.
And I was like, dang. Because he looked directly at me.
And I just said fucking terrible.
Yes, and I said, I can't believe this guy just said this in my face. Like, no, I really went home and said to Jasmine, I can't believe he looked at me in my face and said that.
I really don't remember that.
I know you don't. No, because and then I was just like,
Fucking
he's
terrible.
Yeah, you literally said that you had your brown belt, so this was probably when you first got it.
Okay.
I think I had just no, you didn't have your brown belt, you had your purple.
Purple belt.
And
That damn rude ass purple belts.
yeah, you were rude. I was like, damn, and you were hard on us the entire class.
I was probably having a bad day.
That's what I said. I said, he was probably having a bad day. He probably didn't mean that, Caitlin. It's okay. Like, my feelings get hurt really quick. And I hate the fact that I'm like that, but I've accepted it and I'm trying to work on it.
You've gotten better, I will say that.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
I was like, fuck, like, why did he say that? Like, what? And then just like, maybe he was just looking at you. Because I look at people and say something that I don't mean. And it's meant for another person.
Yeah.
So I was just like, shit, maybe it wasn't for me. And I was going to ask you about it the next day. I was like, hey, well, how about you help me with it or something like that? But I didn't because you didn't come. But
and by the time you saw me, you let it go.
And then I had a terrible day that day.
Oh.
I was having a terrible day, and I said, he called me fucking terrible. But I think he was talking about
the whole group?
Yeah.
Probably so. I was probably...
Even if you were talking about the whole group, you're talking about me. Because that's the whole group. I'm a part of it. Fuck. I was like, damn.
He's holding us to a high level today.
That really hurt my feelings. I was distracted
I'm sorry.
the entire class. You don't have to apologize.
What? Apologize?
You don't even remember.
I don't remember, but I always apologize if I've ever hurt anybody's feelings.
It's over now. I was like,
You've choked me many times since then.
I was just like, damn. That really did take an effect on me. But the next day, I broke fall the shit out of that man.
Did you? I'm going to show this motherfucker.
No, I was ready. I came in there ready, like, I'm going to roll better out. Because I was trying hard with I don't know why I'm this way. Like, if I see something, like, I've always been like this in high school, middle school, everything. If I see the teacher is mad at what everybody else is doing, I'm finna try harder. So, because I need to stand out.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people probably call it teacher's pet. I don't give a fuck. But, like, look, I'm not the one that's fucking up here. So, and maybe I just did it bad. That was a bad break fall. Or maybe I just wasn't feeling like doing it. And
I could have been talking about somebody else.
I don't know. You looked straight at me.
And
turned your head and said, fucking terrible. And walked away.
Damn.
And you said, everybody round up and make a circle.
Oh,
and then you showed us all how to break fall.
Oh, yeah. I was probably looking at you then.
I was like, but I know how to break fall. I know how to break fall.
Yeah, maybe you just were. maybe you just were having a good day.
So I've been doing this for 2 years. You gonna tell me I can't break fall? I was so mad. That was the first thing I learned. And you gonna tell me that I don't know how my breaking fall and my fall breaking is fucking terrible? And then shake your head and walk away. I was so mad. I didn't even want to roll. I was avoiding rolling with you and everything. I was like, I can't.
That's when you should have come over and put it on me. So you don't like my break fall. How's my choke?
Terrible day. And I went home. I rolled twice and went home. I didn't even bow out.
Oh, goodness.
I'm going home.
So that's the only thing that kills me at class.
What?
People that just get up and leave.
Really? Mm-hmm. And not announce it, or?
Yeah, like if the class isn't fully over and then all of a sudden I get somebody I look over and they're just leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just twist my nipples in the wrong way.
I understand that. What I don't like is when people get up and check their phones.
Yeah.
I can see if it rings. Now, if it rings or you're really waiting on something very important.
Yeah.
But why did you come to class if something important going on? I guess. But I mean, I'm guilty of it. I would get up and see if my mom texts me back.
I think we're all guilty of different things. You know, I'm not perfect by any means. There's things I'm sure that I do that drives Chris nuts. Sometimes I can't keep my mouth shut.
No.
You know.
I can't either. That drives Jasmine up the wall.
But I'm talking about, like, I always have a 2 cents comment, you know, on a technique.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing I've actually worked harder at as I've gotten higher in rank than when I was a white, blue, and even getting into purple.
But that didn't used to annoy you when, like, not even the, I guess, assistant. I don't know if y'all or the other coach just always putting in their 2 cents on how they do it.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. And
I don't see you doing that.
I've gotten better.
But I mean, it's practical. I mean, what you be saying really does help.
It does, but sometimes you got to remember that the head instructor or the whoever's coaching that day is there's many ways to skin the cat, as we like to say, is that they're showing something specific that they want you to understand. And when we start putting our 2 cents in, even though it's a viable option or good, that you're getting away from what that person wants you as a student to understand that technique. I mean, there's many ways to do an arm bar. There's many ways to adjust for a triangle. There's many ways for different takedowns and whatnot. And you got to remember that you got to let them teach their technique and let that person soak it up. The students soak it up, because that might be the best version for them. So don't confuse them by giving them too many options. And that's what I've gotten better at as I've matured in my jiu-jitsu world, is just shutting the fuck up. And then a little bit later or another day, you'll have an opportunity to teach something, that same technique, a little different way when it's your turn to be teaching something.
Yeah.
So I've worked hard at that. That was one of my biggest pushes for maturing, if you will, as an instructor.
Right. I would like to be an instructor one day, but
I think you're going to be great at it.
yeah, I get nervous talking in front of a lot of people. I get to stuttering and all that stuff. If I could just be like, hey, you come here, do this, and not have to be friendly with them.
Well, you're actually getting to a point where we should start having you show a technique from time to time.
Well, I help out at the kids.
No, I'm talking about in the adult section.
Why? Okay, here's my question. And this is not me being a feminist or anything like that, but I am one. But why?
I don't think that you really are.
I think I am. But
okay.
Why, they always say that we're all blue belts, so it don't matter on who.
Or we're all white belts, yeah.
Yeah. Why it's always pointing at a guy.
What do you mean?
And this is everywhere, always pointing at a guy to be a uke.
I can answer that question. And it's going to answer that you probably don't want to hear, but I'll tell it anyway.
The boobs?
Nope.
Oh.
Has nothing to do with boobs.
Okay.
And this is a horrible thing that a feminist would not want to hear. We don't want to hurt you in a throw or a fall in that situation.
Wow, showing an example though, because y'all are very light on each other when it's happening.
We are, and that's a fair statement. But mentally, it doesn't matter how hard we are. Mentally, for us, and I think it's a good thing that's been beat into a lot of guys' heads is be polite and stuff to the ladies. And I know it was beat into my head as a child, and I beat into my son's head as a child. So it's one of those things that's hard to shake. When we're showing a technique or whatever, we don't even think about it. It's not a conscious thought. Obviously you and I roll together. We choke on each other and, arm bar each other and lock each other. But it's something like when you're doing a big open thing, subconsciously, I don't even think about. I just instantly grab a guy. You know what I'm saying? Because if I want to give a little extra, you know what I'm saying, to show that it works, I'd rather do it on a guy than I would a female. And it doesn't mean I'm wrong or right. It's just beating in my head. But now that you bring it up,
it'd be great if y'all included it.
Now that you bring it up, it is. Yeah.
If I'm the only one,
Sure.
I respect the belts.
Sure.
But if I would love you. I would love to be a uke.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Well, let's see. That's the kind of thing that it's good that you bring up.
And a lot of, sometimes you just can't beat somebody from saying, "Yeah, I do it."
Sure.
So I'm not like that, but it'll be great.
But you know what's funny though? And this is no excuse, but some girls get a little timid about being the uke, during demonstration.
Why?
I don't know. I trained at this other place a little bit when I was on, from work stuff. And they're real funny about, and this is a totally different school, but they're real funny about the girls rolling with the guys.
Why?
Those girls don't want to roll with the guys in this particular school. And I'm like, what the
ASMR.
fuck? Yeah, it's like ASMR. But I say that because that's how it was given to me. That's why I did that. It's like, because the person comes and says, hey, I got a question, and this is the guy that owns the school. He goes, how do y'all do the girls and the guys at at your school? I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, well, do the guys and girls roll together? I'm like, well, fuck yeah, they roll together. Well, some of the husbands don't like their wives,
Oh, it's the husbands that don't like the wives.
Well, the wives use the husbands that don't train jiu-jitsu as excuse.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I read it.
Or maybe they're just scared of being turned on. And that's being serious. Like, because I feel so many balls. I mean, you're literally on top of each other. So maybe they're afraid of being with somebody like, what's his name? Asaf.
Asaf?
Very pretty man. If a woman rolls with him, maybe she does get attracted. Not only men get hard-ons, women.
Right.
So maybe she's afraid of feeling that way towards him. Maybe that's just uncomfortable.
Well, that particular school, that's just the way they were.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
it maybe got to that point so much that they just said, girls.
Well, they were a very new school.
Oh.
That was, and I think that, my take on it was, if these girls in here learning defense, y'all better have them fucking rolling men, because and this is a sexist comment, but there's a big difference when a grown man gets on you versus another woman.
That's not sexist to me, and that's why I do like training with Mike and the big, tall Chad, all of them, because we walking home at night from, like, just for example, I used to walk to the parking lot from UAB. You had to go outside and go 2 blocks. Mm-hmm. A bunch of men are out there, homeless men getting something to eat, just men in general.
You wasn't worried about a 5'5", 110-pound girl, were you?
No, I'm not. So it's like, it's
you know what I'm saying?
That's why I try to tell my mom, like, Mom, you need to at least come there for the, you don't have to roll, because I know your knees don't let you get back up, but you need to learn at least the self-defense part of it.
Yeah.
At least learn how to throw somebody. At least if you're getting from the back, you need to learn what you're doing. If you're getting choked, you need to learn that stuff.
Sure.
I can't teach it because I'm silly. You silly. We're going to laugh. You need to hear that from an actual instructor. And my point is, like, women, I feel like it's very important for women to roll with men in jiu-jitsu, because these men ain't going to be attacked the way women are out in the world. And I don't know the statistics of it, but a woman get attacked like every hour.
Yeah, a guy will get in a fight, but he's not going to get attacked.
Women are at a higher rate of being raped than a man.
Sure.
Men get raped, but women get raped.
Sure,
more.
Absolutely.
So you need to be prepared for that. When Mike has me, big Mike, police officer, when he has me from the back or something like that, and I need to learn how to do things, if I'm on the floor, if we're standing up, I know exactly what I should do. I always say, now I know. Like, I'm not finna freeze up if somebody try to come and attack me.
Right.
I think all women should know that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because how bad it's getting, especially at night. Now people are coming in mid-daylight, just snatching you up and wanting to get you, have their way with you, and then just let you go. Or kill you. And you need to learn what to do in that situation. Most women aren't even walking around with those alarms that you can set off. Not even a taser or mace. You need to learn how to do something with your hands, your elbows, everything on your body, because everything we have are weapons too.
Absolutely.
So that frustrates me when women act like that. Boys too.
Yeah.
I hate it when they come in the gym and extreme, I say this every time, and I don't care how uncomfortable I make them. They say, "Oh, I don't want to hurt you." I say, "I'm pretty sure the person that want to rape me out there wants to. So I need for you to do this. I need for you to do that. Also, I want to do tournaments. I want to do this and that." They're not fixing to go easy on me at the tournaments. I need for you to go as hard as you want to go. I appreciate you wanting to go like this, but I'm far from soft.
Taking a back step to the comment that you made earlier, do you think that they might get uncomfortable rolling with you because of your extras?
My boobies? Yeah. Yes. But I use these things as a
weapon.
Yeah, I do. I told you I put my chin in the tits, and you can't choke me. But look, I'm trying. Like, I tried. I even got to the point where, well, I don't do it no more. I was like, look, they just gonna have to take me as I am. I would wear two bras so that they can stay still. But now, like, that's too tight on my chest. I can't breathe. So y'all gonna have to just get used to the fact that y'all gonna be fighting, cause y'all have men that have boobs. You might get to fight with him. Like, especially, like, I've seen a ton of men with big bellies and big boobs. You might get in a fight with somebody, and it can be any shape, any size, any color,
absolutely.
creed.
Absolutely.
So, who cares?
Do you think this is a good question, because I can answer this too, but I just want your opinion on it. Do you think that there is times where people get turned on rolling with each other?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I haven't, but I'm just saying there is. Okay. I remember I brought my friend Lauren, and we saw a soft, and she said, "How do you roll with him?" I said, "Good, I just take it as it is. I just go in, have my mind set on something else, because the soft is beautiful."
He's a pretty guy.
Jesus, he looks like Jesus.
He looks like Jesus.
No,
he's the pictorial piece of Jesus.
Yeah, he is.
Sweet
but he's a
Jesus.
nice, yeah. And she said,
and he's so nice too.
He's very nice. And she, you know, I train with Chris a lot. Like, that's my favorite person. That's my buddy.
Yeah.
And she said, "How do you train with guys like that?" I said, "Guys like what?" And she was like, "I just couldn't do it. Maybe you can't do it because you're gay." And I said, "No, I still find men attractive."
Oh, okay.
But I'm not, because we're fighting, I don't think I'm finna be,
you change your mindset.
Yeah. I mean, my mindset is on losing this belly so I can get up and, you know, do what I want to do. That my mindset is not on sex. And I guess that your mindset don't have to be on sex if you find somebody attractive and you get turned on, I guess. But I just don't.
I've talked to a few people that said that they've been aroused, you know, because of whomever they were, you know, rolling with or whatnot. And I've heard girls say it, and I've heard guys say it.
Have I felt some wood before?
Really?
Yes. I hope nobody at the gym listens. No,
well, you gotta say nobody's name.
I'm not, but I definitely felt, and I was like, they couldn't. What the hell is going on? But they had just got done rolling with somebody else. Can I say this?
Do you want to say a name?
I'm not gonna say her name. I don't know her name, but she used to do yoga.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
They had just got done with her.
They was all wound up. She was kind of a weird chick.
She got on my fucking nerve.
Yeah.
Like, she was the epitome of annoying. Like, she got hurt every 5 minutes.
I know, and I was surprised
and
with
you do yoga.
Yeah, for such a yoga.
What are you doing? Why are you here?
Yeah, she was very what's the word I'm looking for? She was very proud of her yoga prowess, but yet she was always hurt.
Yeah. I think she was just making an excuse. I don't like people like that. Like, why? If you keep getting hurt, now you're just fucking with us now. To me.
So you think she had somebody wound up?
Yeah, she did. I think so.
Interesting.
Because I was like, I don't look nowhere near attractive right now. So what the fuck? But I mean, you know, people have their kinks and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt some morning wood before, and it was uncomfortable for me. But I just kept on
sure.
going.
I mean, it's got to be a little awkward.
Now, one time I said, just don't put me in your guard, please.
Yeah. There was years ago,
Oh, God. Someone's giving you, Huh? You've had, Jesus.
Yes. You got to hear this.
Yes.
It wasn't that they gave it to you. Years ago when I used to compete, this was before I ever trained at this particular gym, whatever. Man, this girl, I don't know her as far as, but she came, I kind of remember what she looks like, because I remember she was quite striking, if you know what I mean. She came into the gym, and I did not roll with her on purpose. Like, I made sure I kind of dodged and dove, because I was like, wow. And I was just afraid that I was like, man, she was, you know. So I was like, I'm not rolling with that chick.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever...
I wanted to, but it wasn't the kind of rolling we did.
God. I was really trying to change the subject before you went to something like that.
I do.
Have you ever rolled and made a mistake and touched something that you weren't Like, I can see about rolling with a girl and make a mistake and
I
slap her
put my
boobs
hand.
up the ass.
I put my hand right on a girl's vagina on accident.
Yo, that happens to me all the time.
I mean, just let me palm that thing. I'm like, oh fuck, and and I'm like, it's almost like touching a hot stove. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, this. I was like,
Wait,
you know
what
what I'm
did
saying?
she say?
Just eyes kind of bounced a little bit, and I was like, oh, dude, I just tried to avoid the subject. I just kept moving. I was like, because I was doing a single underpass.
Yes.
And I went to get, and I went boop, and I was like, oh shit. And
But how do you avoid that?
well, I mean, I should have hit the inside thigh, but
if you're really into it and you really into the role and you're trying your best to,
But you know what? I don't palm guys' nuts.
you know what?
I don't palm guys' nuts, and it's the same thing.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? It's the same move, and I'm just like, and I know that's what that girl was thinking. I know she was thinking.
I never thought of it like that.
She's like, I bet he don't grab nuts like that.
I never thought of it like that. See, now, okay.
And I was like, oh fuck.
I walked out of jiu-jitsu feeling like I've just been in
Groped.
Pornhub. It's like I've had that happen, this happened, that happened, and I mean from butt to clitoris. It's been bad.
Years and years ago, I was doing escape armbar escapes, and this girl had me in an armbar, and I was doing the lawnmower pulls.
Oh no!
And she goes, and this was a long time ago. Cool chick. She goes, you do that one more time, we're gonna have to go do something different. And I was like, uh-oh. So apparently,
how long ago was this?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
You just seem like you lived for like 100 years, Benjamin Button type shit.
Benjamin, oh yeah, this is a long time ago. This was quite a while ago. I was young and in shape, and she was like apparently I was
Silver Fox.
Yeah, I'm Silver Fox. There you
No, that's more like Bill.
Bill. Oh, Bill's a handsome man.
He is. He reminds me of, like, he looked like he would be a dad to Batman. He reminds me of
pretty
a
good.
DC.
A DC comic.
Not an actual superhero, but like somebody related.
Yeah.
He looks like he belongs in a comic book.
He's got good hair.
He does.
I wish I had his hair.
I mean, he's a really nice looking guy.
Yeah, he's a handsome man.
I've seen him with his shirt off too.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn. Because isn't he like, how old is he?
He's in his 50s.
He's almost 60,
yeah.
right? Like,
yeah, he got my young wife too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with Bill. Nothing, but I'm going to ask you this. Nothing to do with Bill. Okay. For instance, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
He is dating a 21-year-old girl.
Okay.
Puff Daddy is 45, 46.
Okay.
She's legal. She can do what she wants.
Oh, yeah. 21.
But I just be thinking, like, when I was 21, how vulnerable I was and how dependent I was on my parents. And
I can tell you right now that anybody dating Puff Daddy, Mr. Combs, knows what they all into.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Okay,
yeah,
so
that girl,
not use celebrities then.
Yeah. Now, if you told me,
because I mean, what if they knew that person when they were like, when that person was a baby, and who knows in your mind? Oh, when she turned 21, you know, like that.
Well, I knew mom when she was 11.
Oh,
and I was in my 20s.
That's not bad to me, though.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
but some people could say that, but I wasn't pushing up on her when she was that age.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things that happen later in life, you know.
And I just don't find that bad, but I don't see anything wrong with it, but it does get in my mind. Like I start thinking, like, dang, she was one when you were like 30.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's just oof.
Well, you got to think when I joined the service, mine wasn't even in kindergarten yet.
Never mind, I won't tell you anymore. I brought it up.
Why did that make me uncomfortable? Make you uncomfortable?
No, it don't. My mind just go very deep. I have a very inappropriate mind at times. And I just be thinking like, you changed the person's diaper and now you.
But you got to think about there. Now, there's a fine difference. If they were actually changing that person's diaper, then it's creepy.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that person when their diaper was getting changed, and 20-something years later, y'all find a spark, it's not the same to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
if your dad's buddy was around the house when your diaper was getting changed, and then when you hit 2021, y'all started a thing, and he's watched you grow up the whole time, and been to every place, then there's a level of creepy there.
And that happens a lot.
It does.
We usually call him just a sugar daddy.
Yeah. Well, I think sugar daddy's anybody that's old enough to be and has the money to afford to treat you right.
Yeah, Bill wasn't married. If Bill wasn't married, he'll be a sugar daddy.
He'd be a sugar daddy.
I mean, if he's vulnerable.
Yeah.
That,
I'm more of a Splenda daddy.
What the hell is that?
Because I don't have enough.
Splenda, the
Splenda,
sugar.
yeah,
God, you are such a dork. That was
a dad
terrible.
joke. My dad joke.
That was really bad, and I'm kind of disappointed. I was so...
Amber's going, yeah, you tell him. I tell bad jokes like that all the time.
No, that was embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing.
I need to edit that.
I'm not editing. That's raw.
No, because I actually got to see your eyes think about that when you said it.
It's so weird.
No, I'm serious. I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
I didn't think that was fair to even put me through. Damn it, I wish we were training tonight.
There you go. Y'all wound up. We'll train tomorrow.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to try to go in the morning and then go see Shannon and then just come early.
Yeah.
Did you see Scott's bite? He's gotten bit by a brown recluse twice.
Scott
Hall.
He needs to stay out of them damn
You're a
spiders.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
The one that looks at you know Scott.
Yeah,
You know
Scott.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I've never seen y'all talk. I guess that's why.
Yeah, talk to him all the time.
Okay, well, he got bitten by a brown recluse for the second time.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to stay out of wherever he's playing.
He's been cutting grass and stuff. He's such an idiot. I love him. I don't understand how he get himself kept. I mean, in that situation again.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's ever been bitten by cutting grass.
I said, do you wear pants? What all you wear? Just tennis shoes and shorts? Well, from what I've been taught growing up, you're not supposed to wear just that.
Right.
You supposed to wear a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, to keep you cool. Well,
keep the sun off of you.
Yeah, and in
full pants.
I guess like thick pants, not insulated, but thick jeans or pants, and boots. So that those like snakes or stuff like that can not get you. If you cut grass for a living, you shouldn't wear the stuff that you wear. He said, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Blah, blah, blah. It's like he wants to.
He's a caveman.
I said, Scott, you're on your 8th life. Like, you only got one more. You need to chill out.
You running on empty.
Yeah. He needs to chill.
Yeah.
I need to tell him about the IBJJF.
Well, he's got to get healed up.
He'll be okay. Yeah, he does, though. He can't go. You can't fight with Band-Aids and stuff.
Last I heard, he had a hole in his chest or something.
Oh, yeah. That was from... he thought that was another bite. It was like... I called it the third nipple. He's an idiot. No, I was trying to find a nicer way to explain Scott, but I explain him the same to everyone. He is my idiot brother.
Yeah. I always attribute him to being a caveman. Just a caveman.
He doesn't know how to work Facebook. He's just learning how to work Facebook because, he joined like a month ago.
Oh, really?
And I was like, Scott, we have to give you a class. Because he does not know how to work Facebook. He posted a picture, and I guess I find it funny because I guess I'm millennial. I don't know. But he posted a picture of me and his bike and something else all in one post.
Oh, so it's all connected.
Yeah, and he was like, my new bike, haha.
And it's got you in another picture.
Yeah,
and
I'm like, but we got to scroll all the way down to see your bike. The picture of me And he didn't even understand what I was saying. Like, dude, you stupid ass. You delete the whole post and just repost it.
Just the one picture.
Yeah. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. And that's all. That's
his answer.
That's his excuse and answer to everything. I don't give a fuck.
I guess it's got him this far.
I've learned a lot from Scott. I've said I don't give a fuck so much.
Just fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. And if they do, come face me. Come talk to me. That's literally been my go-to.
So you get something from everybody.
Yeah, I do.
What do you get from me?
Courage.
Yeah. Wow, that was a pretty quick answer too.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, damn.
Damn, I shouldn't have did that.
That's awesome.
No,
that built me up a little bit.
Give you that.
Why? You should give me that. If I've given you something. Damn
it.
Why don't be that way? Why you gotta be so guarded?
I'm not guarded.
Well, you just backed up on giving a great answer that was very genuine and quick. And then you said I shouldn't have given you that.
I think you're taking me a bit too serious like everybody else does.
But I like it. So everybody, courage. I gave her courage.
Yeah, honestly, and it's not only you. I'm not trying to bash it, but it's not only you. A lot of people in the I almost said hall. A lot of people in the gym gave it to me because, like, the other day, I always get called Katie and Kate there, and I'm like, that is not my fucking name, and it's been going on for 2 months. I was like, hey, that's not my name. It's Caitlin. It took a lot in me to say that. It really did.
Well, man, hell, I was rolling the other day and was calling somebody the wrong name. I've been rolling with them for 2 years. I'm horrible with names.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
You haven't forgotten my name though, so
that's
special.
That's right. I have not forgotten your name.
But I think you in particular have helped me with courage and just standing up to a lot of stuff and just telling shit as it is. And when you say what you want from somebody and what you need from somebody, what you need for somebody to do, that's what you expect, and you don't want nothing other than that. And if you give me something that I did not ask for, I'm gonna talk to you about it. Not to belittle you or anything. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you do that through your style of teaching to me. Teaching in the on the mats. So I take away a lot.
That's good. Well, I'm glad that you got something from me.
I'm a more patient person, and I think I blame Chris for that, because it be some. I mean, y'all say one thing and some people do the next. And the way y'all explain it to them and not call them stupid, don't belittle them. And I mean, yeah, you explain it really good, because I would have somebody crying.
You would have.
I really do. No, honestly, like I've heard this word a lot in the gym, emasculate. Oh. And yeah, so yeah. I'm like, I think that I would be on.
You'd be very emasculating to somebody.
Yeah, probably, and even I've heard Laura say it. Like, and I think that was Laura that said it, but I've just heard a lot of people say like that was emasculating, rolling with this white belt or something like that. So I'm just like, I wouldn't. If you do something the opposite of what I take, and it's completely stupid, I'm going to say, look, that's not the way it is. That was dumb. Did you hear me? Like, and I need to. I need to work on that. I really do.
Well, before you become a coach, we'll definitely need to work on that with you.
Yeah, I'm like that with Jasmine. That's the reason I went to a therapist. I said, I'm wanting. She said, why are you here? And I said, I'm wanting to work on my communication, my patience, learning how to talk with people and how to end an argument. If you don't want to argue or debate with someone, just be like, look, I don't feel it. I'm not mentally, I'm not here right now. So you feel the way you feel, I feel the way I feel. Let's keep it like that.
That's smart. I wish more people in this world would do that.
Me too. Shit, me too. Like, it's terrible. Like, a lot of people let so much get in the way of their friendships and relationships just because people don't want to agree to disagree. And everybody don't have to think the way that you do.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you can express your opinion. I express my opinion all the time, but you don't. I don't expect for somebody to agree with me the whole time just because you're in the same category as I am, or because what I think is logical just because you don't think you don't agree with it, don't make it less logical than what you think it is.
Right.
I'm not finna let nobody bother me, basically. So
there you go. Therapy and jiu-jitsu makes you right.
And sex.
It's
and video games and food.
There you go. Well, you named off a lot of my favorite things.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop with the food things. I've been doing good. This is my first beer in 2 weeks. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's my first beer in 4 days.
You want to hear something funny?
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring back the jokes. Is Amber's windows messing up on her car? She's probably cringing right now. Well, she's she works odd hours, and she goes. I said, "Oh yeah, I think I get your car." And I always forget like little things that need to be done on her car because she's bad about not telling me or reminding me because she's afraid I'm going to jump out there and do it. So anyway, her window's been messing up on her driver's door, and I said, I gotta get that fixed. She goes, it's done me a lot of good. I've been losing a little weight because I can't go through the drive-through late at night.
She can open the door. I mean, don't go inside, but she can open the door.
Yeah, I guess she don't want to go that far with it.
It's called laziness. That's what it is. She just doesn't want to open it.
So she's like, so she's like, so I kidded with her the other day about it. I said, I'm not going to finish the thing. You need to lose about 10 more pounds and we'll get together.
See, you know what? That would upset me. What you said to her, I don't know what episode that was, but you said something about losing. She got on the scale.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
And you were like, I can't remember what you said. What you said?
I was messing with her. She gave me a hard time, and she said something, and I goofed. Well, you got to remember, I'm a fucking retard, okay?
Okay.
Half the time.
Politically incorrect.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm go old school in that shit. So, I'm calling myself that. Does that count? You know what I'm saying? If you call yourself a name, does it?
I just don't use the word.
Well, anyway.
I never liked it anyway.
But anyway, half a retard me. And so I was kidding with her, saying that she needed to lose like to 105 or 110 pounds. She would be sickly at that weight, first of all. So it was an absolute joke. Then she's going to bust my balls in front of some friends of ours and tell what I said.
I would have done the same.
Completely out of context, though. And I was
That's how she probably took it.
No, she didn't. She did that shit to get back at me and fuck with me. And she was like, I'm going to leave this with you. She goes, he told me, he elbowed me in the face. He said I didn't lose weight and something else. I can't remember what it was all about.
It's abusive.
And I was like, that's what I said. It's like, Jesus Christ, woman, they're going to think I'm just whooping your ass.
That story. Because it just reminded me of me and Jazz. And I was like, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
Just make you feel terrible about yourself for doing that to me.
She's so beautiful. I think she's beautiful. I don't think she needs to lose to 110 pounds. Now, if she wanted to get to a very stout, I don't even look at weight, though. I just, how do you look? I've seen girls that weigh 145 that are hot as fuck. I've seen girls that weigh 165 that are hot as fuck.
Have you seen Lizzo? Lizzo. Why men great till they gotta be great?
I don't know.
You know her? The really popular big girl that plays the flute on stage and be twerking?
I hadn't seen that.
Lizzo is fucking... Please look her up when you get a chance. Like her music is...
Write that down.
You probably wouldn't like her music if you don't like that style of music. She's like...
I like the twerking.
Like what? Oh yeah, so she's a big girl. Megan Thee Stallion too. You need to look at her too.
Who?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, she talk about finessing dudes while getting her,
Hello.
I mean, basically what these other rappers talk about, fucking hoes and getting money.
And she's flipping it that way.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of people don't like it, and that's why I do like it.
Why don't they like it? So it's good for one's good for the other.
They don't. A lot of people just like my dad, like he'll say that's all they talking about and change the station. And I'm like, that's not okay, but the hip hop male rappers literally talk about hoes, money, getting bags, drugs, and what else? And cars. A girl talk about I fucked him till he was sleepy and or gave me his money, and then I left him.
Man, it sounds like a good night.
It sounds like a great night. I mean, I don't understand what's the difference between y'all using these derogatory. She never called you a bitch or anything like that. She never swiped a card through your ass and then expected you to give her a lap dance or something like that. That y'all done that at all. I mean, that's all some of the music talk, especially back then. It's gotten a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have all these very great female rap artists and female R&B singers who sing about like, listen, you ain't finna be, I'm not finna be a bitch no more, or anything like that. And now, like, the men don't like it, and I'm like, dude, can we have something that we enjoy and want to dance to and have fun too?
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's why Amber and I get along pretty good, because we were standing somewhere the other day, and a guy said something about a motorcycle. Says, "Oh, Chris needs to get that," and you know something about her riding on the back. She goes, "I don't fucking ride on the back."
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't fucking ride on the back.
That's what I like. I fucking love that. At my brother's wedding, this guy, I ordered a beer. Oh, that ain't ladylike. What? Are you serious? Like, and I was like, maybe my mom was like, this is a Detroit thing, and I said, no, it's not. He was like, oh, I forgot you from the South.
What does that do with anything?
First of all, you come from me, then you come from my people. Are you serious? And then he rubbed on my shoulder like this.
Oh snap!
I was like, this motherfucker's insane. There's something going on. Like, I be losing track of stuff so fast. There's so much going on in this head of mine.
I can tell. We've been hitting this thing for a couple of hours now.
I love it.
There you go. It's
Isn't
therapy.
it too long to put on there?
No.
Really?
No.
You think people really listen to this?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Hey, I told you I want to start a podcast.
Let's talk it up. What do you want to do?
I really want to start a podcast on the eating scene in Birmingham.
Okay. You want to be like, or would you
kind of like I don't want to say a person that, not a person that rate the reviews.
Not like a critic per se.
Critic.
Yeah.
But I do want to like get some food and go around and ask, and I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like being a critic.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's kind of being a critic, but maybe you should spin it in the thing of a food discoverer. You want to educate people on the possibilities of food options in this city.
Yeah.
And it's a really good thing, because there's a lot of times that Amber and I would sit around, you people are real bad about routine, and I'm guilty of it. And, somebody, even if you did like just a 15-minute podcast, and you talk about somebody's food truck, restaurant, whatever, I think that would, and it's not like, obviously you're going to critique them to a point, because that's just part of the deal. But, maybe you can say, if you're on the show, if your place of food is on my show, it's nothing but positive. You know what I'm saying? So that gives everybody an option of saying, well, shit, if it's on, she loves it, she likes it, at least. And then you can just say what I like positive about this particular place. And it may not even be the food. You might, well, I like this place because of the atmosphere. I liked it because of the parking. I like it because it was easy to get in and out of. I like this place because it was pain in the fucking ass to get to, but damn, that food was good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could be like that versus, well, don't go to Jimmy Bob's, Southern cuisine because it sucks ass. I wouldn't do that, but
I thought about it because, like, with the whole thing with Popeyes and Chick-fil-A going on, and I was like, man, you know who chicken sandwich is the shit? Hero Donuts in Homewood.
Really?
Not sponsored, but I be hearing people say that. But it is so good, and it has a nice amount of crunch, and their donuts are fucking magnificent.
See, I would have never known.
But I do like real donuts, not real donut shops, but not like gourmet. I don't like gourmet donut shops.
Yes, they're too thick.
They're way too thick, and it's too much that goes into it. And I'm like, look, just fry it up and give it to me.
I'll spin kick a dude in the chest for a hot, fresh, Krispy Kreme glazed donut right off the
Like, I
thing.
don't see how people even go to Dunkin'. Why do people go there? Have you had Pop's Donuts in Center Point?
No, I haven't.
Melt in your mouth.
See, you gotta educate us. That's why. All right, from this point on, we're gonna start working on getting you ready to do a podcast show.
Oh yeah, and I got something else in the works. I'm really excited about.
Okay, you want to spill the beans?
Very excited about.
You want to spill the beans now?
Not just yet.
Okay.
I want to start the Instagram. It's
Well, you gotta launch it from here though. You gotta come back and launch it from here. Whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
We'll do a big launch.
I hope so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just want to. It's gonna be fun.
Okay.
It's gonna be a real fun experience for me especially.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's like me, like this right here. What we're doing. This is, I tried to do this probably 3 or 4 years before I did it,
Mm-hmm.
and before podcasts ever got very popular. And I could not get anybody to do it. And finally, got a few. Just started buying shit. I said, I'm gonna fucking do it if I talk to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a few people come on. Then it whittled down to me and Dave, and now I got great guests like you coming on, and and hopefully you come back.
Yeah.
And so we'll launch some stuff, and maybe you can get your podcast going, because I'd like to know some great places to eat.
I'll tell you right now. Oh my God.
Well, you gotta save it for your show. Don't give all your stuff away here.
All right, can I say one?
Say one.
Let me think about it.
I thought you had it right there at you.
Do you like Mexican food?
Yeah, absolutely.
Authentic, like real.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I'm gonna say this restaurant. I said Mescarant.
Mescarant.
Restaurant name right, but it's Los Taco Mora Loco.
I'm not familiar.
It's Taco Mora Loco. They have a food truck in Avondale.
Okay.
And go get you some fish tacos,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to Avondale Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Stays on the street.
All about it, huh? They got blackened fish?
No,
Taco?
it's fried fish.
Just fried fish?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's I don't know what kind, but it's beautiful.
Probably a cod or something, a whitefish.
I don't know. Is there a brown fish?
Well, you got redfish. You got
Are they actually
No.
red? I love red snapper, but I've never seen like rainbow trout. I've never seen a rainbow though.
Yeah, I don't know why I think it's the skin on the outside, the way it's done, so you wouldn't see it on the inside when they filleted it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they have the best tacos in the world, and it's real, like authentic.
Okay. One more time, what's it called?
Taco Mora Loco.
Taco More Loco.
TACO MORRO LOCO.
More Loco.
I'm guessing crazy tacos because loco.
Yeah.
Moro.
And they put things backwards. I need to learn Spanish. As many people speak
We're
Spanish.
learning it. Me and Jazz are learning, teaching ourselves.
Okay.
Because some Spanish classes are expensive.
Yeah, I've got the full version of the Rosetta Stone. I've been lazy and hadn't done it.
Such a beautiful language.
I know. I got so much shit to do. This guitar sitting behind me. I need to be playing it, but
You know how to play guitar?
a little bit. Do you not see?
Yeah, I know. I was looking at it. I
Yeah,
just
I
thought
got-
it was like an autograph on there or something.
No, I got a few of them. So it's just another thing on the laundry list of things that I do that my wife probably shakes her head and says if he does anything else, he'll never get sleep.
That's awesome. I can play the saxophone.
I can too.
I can't play the saxophone.
I played it when I was in middle school.
Really? I
Elementary
I
school.
played it in 5th grade and I threw it down and walked out of the class.
Oh shit,
So I really don't play the saxophone. I just was trying to get on your level.
that's all right. We'll get a couple of them play together. I haven't played in a long time,
Okay.
and I can sit here and remember all the notes in my head.
Now I can't remember the notes, but I do remember the hand placements.
Yeah, the hand placements.
Jesus, that was a hard instrument to play. I don't know why I picked it. Clarinet is pretty hard to play too.
Yeah, my sister played clarinet.
Gotta have moist lips. And you got. I hate that sound.
You don't like that sound?
I hate hearing people kiss.
Oh, I get all up in hammers here going.
I bet. Jesus, this is bad. I have something else to say. Are we like ending it or something?
Oh, do you want to?
No.
Okay, well, keep rolling.
I had something else to say. I wanted to talk about it. Jiu-jitsu. Was it jiu-jitsu? Yeah. Okay. It was jiu-jitsu. What do you call your style of jiu-jitsu? And is it a terrible thing to be an aggressive fighter in the gym? You cannot answer any question.
Huh?
You can answer either question first.
Well, I was going to do the first one first. My style of jiu-jitsu greatly depends on who I'm rolling with, first off. If I'm going with somebody that I feel is of the skill set level that I'm at or greater, I am more aggressive and very old school in my way of doing stuff, and almost a hybrid in the sense of jiu-jitsu and catch wrestling. But I am aggressive if I feel like that person's got game. If I go with somebody, and this sounds terrible, but if I go with somebody that I'm not fearful of, I'm very reactive in my style.
Yeah.
I'll let them work. And it's kind of the coaching aspect of it too, is if I go with somebody and they're a white belt or a blue belt and they've never put me in great danger, or if I just don't know them, even still, if I've never even rolled with them, I'll let them work. I'll give them opportunity to work. And if they start dialing it up, and I'm like, oh shit, they're fixing to get on me. They're fixing to get this. I'll dial up a little bit too, not to the point of being a dick, but obviously I'm not just gonna let you tap me. I shouldn't say that. I have let people tap me in the past, and I've learned as a higher belt the reason why it's hard to do that is because people that are new, whites and blues, they don't understand that you just let them tap you. Saying because then they start walking around like, oh, I just tapped a so, and then blah, blah, blah. And now I got to smash the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Because their arrogance level goes up. But I've been tapped by lower belts legitimately. I'll fuck around, make a mistake, and they do the right thing, I do the wrong thing, and they grab me, and I'm like, fuck. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
But my general style is old school, very controlling, not great big movements, as far as like nothing real acrobatic. I just try to dominate and control, and I try to squeeze pressure out of you. That's my style.
Yeah. Okay.
And then what was the second question?
Well, you answered both of them.
Yeah.
Because I said, well, is it okay? Well, is it bad to be aggressive in where you train?
No, as long as the person that you're going with is okay with it to some level. If you get a real timid person that gets nervous of you, you don't want to be like a fucking wild dog, just, on them, whatever, and they're like, holy fuck, I don't want to go with Caitlin, she's trying to kill me. But if you get somebody like a Scott or somebody that they're like, okay, if you want to turn it up, come on,
But you don't know if he's going to turn it up. I think he's just not self-aware of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about like if he knows that you want to, he's ready, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm using him as an example. You can turn it up with him and he'll be fine with it, and it kind of goes back to your responsibility of saying, hey, when you're about to roll, so you want to roll, or you just trying to work something?
Yeah, I've just started that. Like,
Yeah.
do you want to start somewhere first or what?
Yeah.
Especially with the older guys or the like people that's hurt every 5 minutes. I'm gonna ask like, hey,
Yeah.
because I'm hurt every 5 minutes too. So I ask. I've just started. I guess it took me getting hurt.
I wish that we were more aggressive on some levels.
Me too. Do you be looking at the other gyms and just be like, oh man, I wish we did that? Yeah.
But but it's our responsibility. it's my responsibility. And that's why I will grab somebody and turn it up with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I see somebody, and it's kind of funny, I'm probably giving away too much, but if I'm watching, like if I'm teaching class and I'm watching, and I see one of the white belts, guys, I can see the see a little cockiness in their eyes when they're whopping on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, all right, man, you're with me next.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And I'll turn it up with them and give them a little something just to remind them.
Yeah, just to put them back on their level.
Yeah.
Especially when they type of blue belt. Like that just the way they walk around like that. And I mean, it's not like I have to. Sometimes I kind of bring them down. Like you didn't win anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're a family here. You don't have to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to like go so hard, especially if you know that somebody's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You go straight for that shoulder.
Yeah.
A lot of them do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, to me that's just how they be. Plus, a lot of white belts, they go for stuff and they accidentally hurt you, and you just go ahead and tap, but they'll take that as a win.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been trying to learn how to handle that.
Yeah, I mean, as you get better and better, there's things that will.
It's so annoying.
It is.
All they're doing is this. That's all
Right.
they're doing. You can't control them. You can't even slow them down. See what you're doing.
Well, as you get better and better, you will. You know what I'm saying? As you get better and better, you'll be able to, when you get the spazzy hand, when they're reaching, trying to snatch and grab.
Trying to choke you while they're in your guard.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even...
You armbar the fuck out of them.
Well...
What I'm saying is you'll get to learn where if they overreach, they're reaching too far. Like if they're in your guard and they're trying to reach up there and choke you, that's when you fucking spin into an armbar. And you take their arm from them. And there's little things like that you'll pick up and get better at.
This is something I've been through. Being a girl, and then somebody come in, a big tough guy, come in, and he's white, and he's new. He goes hella hard on you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm a girl or it's because he's trying to show like I'm strong, and just because you blue belt don't mean anything. Yeah,
and that's what it is. They don't understand, and they don't want to come off as a pussy.
But you don't want to make them not come back because you can beat their ass.
Right.
So I'm stuck.
You are stuck. And it is being a blue belt is very tough in that situation. Being a brown belt, they're kind of like, well, he's a brown belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they come at me hard and I, flip them around, do something, whatever I end up doing, they kind of walk away with, well, he's a brown belt. They kind of like, they're okay with it. But, as a blue belt, they come in and they're like, because, for some people, it doesn't take long to get to blue belt. Some people, it's less than a year. Some people, it's 2 years. It just depends on the person.
Yeah.
And so, but most people assume a year, and they're like, oh, they've only been training for a year. I can't let them, I got to show them. I was in the Army for 30 years, or 10 years. And even though I never did any hand-to-hand combat, I was still, cops are the worst.
You telling me?
Cops are the worst. Because
I thought I was the only person that thought that.
No. And I love cops. I love my LEO guys and girls. The problem that you run into is they're mentally trained they need to be in control of a situation.
Yeah.
And they beat that into them in the police academy. They beat that into them and stuff like that. And I think, in my personal opinion, that if a very unassuming person such as yourself gives them a hard time, it kind of scares them. They're thinking...
But it's putting them out in the real world because you may have somebody like that.
It does, but they're used to shooting and beating people with a baton, too. I mean, there is a different dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
And usually have backup helping them tackle you down.
Mm-hmm.
But it's scary. You got to think, when that's your job, and I got me 5'2"?
5 feet.
5 feet. So you're 5 foot. And this guy's 5'10". We'll just say a cop's not even a huge cop, but you just say 5'10", 190 pounds cop. You're 5 foot, and you snatch him over, and that doesn't scare him.
Yeah.
Now next time he gets in that car,
It's like a reality check.
Yeah, it's a huge reality check for him.
Like, did you see the man that was running, the cop that was running away from the guy that was naked chasing him?
I'd probably run from a naked guy too.
But you're a cop. You can't
I know.
tase him?
You probably could, but I was like, I at least catch my distance there first. But
Like, he needs to train jiu-jitsu.
yeah, absolutely. There was a guy, and this was late '90s, early 2000s. There was a big black guy, escaped Scott Psych Ward down at UAB, and it's a little Burger King that's right across the street.
Oh yeah.
And he had snatched or stole one of the ladies' like little blazer jackets.
Yeah.
So we were driving by and there's all these cops that were out in the street, had lights going and everything. He's standing out in the middle of the whatever avenue that is, right there in front of Burger King, naked. But he was trying to fit into this woman's blazer.
Oh, that's a real sight.
And he was just crazy. And they were all standing around like, what the fuck do we do? This was years ago. I can tell it because I don't know who the guy is and it's been long enough. But yeah, I don't know how he got out of sight, but
it's so easy.
Yeah, and so he was standing out there. He was a big guy too. So they were all standing around going, what the fuck do? We can't shoot the guy. He's not doing anything. He's not wielding a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had tasers or not. I don't know if there's any kind of issue with tasing a psych patient or not. I don't know, but I don't know what the rules are. But they were just kind of all around him, and they were just kind of letting him.
Trust me, which I would have did. It probably would have been way better than what they do up there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you remember Tommy Boy, fat guy in a little coat. Yeah, he was like. There's a scene where.
Who was Tommy Boy?
There's a movie. Chris Farley was in it. You know, Chris
Farley.
He was the real. God damn, I can't. He's a real big white guy, and he was messing around with David Spade's jacket. Who David Spade's a little bitty guy, and he's a big guy. He was on Saturday Night Live and all that stuff with David Spade, and he puts David's jacket on, which is obviously extremely too small, and he's like, "Fat guy in a little coat," and then he goes, and David's like, "You better not do it. You better not do it." And he goes, "What?" And he pulls his arm together and it like rips down the back. So that's what this guy reminded me of.
I'm gonna look that up.
You gotta look it up. It's funny as shit.
That's funny.
Fat guy in a little coat.
What about this? How do you handle people when you're rolling with them? How do you handle them teaching you through the entire roll? Like, you're just there to roll.
I haven't experienced that in a long time.
Or saying sorry every 5 seconds.
God, it's been a long time for that too. I did have a guy. Well, I say that. I had a guy. I don't know how I'd handle it nowadays, other than I just kind of grin and just start tapping them.
Yeah.
And that's
what if you can't do that?
If you can't, then that makes it tough. But if you can tap them, you should tap them just to shut them up. And if you can't tap them,
what if I stop? What if they keep saying you okay? Or no, do this. You do it and you're about to tap them. They say, okay, let's start over. Wait. My hip.
That's the worst. There's a guy that's in town, and I don't know him real well, but I rolled with him this past year. He's higher ranked, and he was like, "Oh man, I just want to go light. Let's just go light." And I'm like, "Okay, no problem." And I was going with a bunch of other guys that are straight up killers, you know what I'm saying? So we've been rolling real hard. I just want to go light. I said, okay. And we start off, and I can go light, and then boom, he's all over me like I owed him money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this motherfucker. And then he tries to get me, and then we run out of time, whatever. And I really don't have the opportunity. And then after that roll, he's done. And I'm like,
but you want to.
I'm like, oh, but you know what I know? Next time we roll, I don't give a fuck what he says.
Yeah.
I'm going to take his arm off. And I hate that. It shouldn't be that way. But he set the line. You know what I'm saying? He set the precedence of that situation. So it's a very there's a high level of respect that you got to do back and forth, and you got to learn that with people. And all ranks are guilty of it. There's another person I roll with that is very good jiu-jitsu person. But if you even get close, they turn it full bore because they mentally do not want to lose. You know what I'm saying? And so if you start, getting tight on them, they flip out and they turn it. Now it's a full blown competition.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but that's like triggering when you telling somebody, no, do this, no, don't do this, and then they tap you from them talking the entire time, and then they say you shouldn't have done this, you can't do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You talk to me the entire time, and in order for you to get off of me, I was just doing things so you could please just leave me alone, or I just let my body go limp.
Well, what you do is when you hit the pause button. This is my opinion. I'm shooting off the fly right now, but I would just look at him and say, "Look, I appreciate you teaching me, but just let me roll and figure things out."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you see something that I did dramatically wrong, we'll discuss it after the roll.
The last time I said that, I had attitude. They say I had attitude.
Well, then they're the ones that are sensitive. It's the only thing I can say. It's like they're definitely the ones that are sensitive at that point because
like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right.
Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm doing the best that I can, and maybe you probably do notice this about me, but if you sitting there and I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for you to make a move so I can so that you can create that space. That's why I'm just sitting there. Don't ask me, oh, well, instead of just sitting there, you got to do this, you got to do that. I don't have to do anything. I'm waiting for you to make that move so I can make my move. That's my way of playing it smart with my game.
Sure, absolutely. That's your game.
I don't know how to say, look, well, I know how to say it. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings because I do consider y'all, my family. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and I don't want to break nobody's pride.
Sure.
There's a lot of people in there are sensitive, including myself. So how can I say, look, man, shut the fuck up and roll. Just roll with me. We only got 3 minutes with each other.
Yeah. Other than just saying it, sometimes you just got to say it.
That's tough, though.
And that's why I like rolling most people because I won't really say much to people when I roll,
Unless it's a new white belt.
Oh, it's a new white belt?
No, it's not a new white belt.
Oh,
I'm just saying, unless it's a new white belt.
Yeah.
Okay, you seem stuck right here. Let me show you,
Sure.
And then I always say, hey, do you want me to show you how to do this, how to get out of this? And if they say no, it's cool. If they say, yeah, please, because you had me in this position and I didn't know what to do. Okay, well, let me show you. Or I'll ask somebody else to show them because I do not explain stuff. So, what's that what you were going to say, Ty?
I was just going to say, sometimes you just have to say what's on your mind and just say it as nice as you can say it. I mean...
Shut the fuck up, please.
Well, I mean, we got to remember, too, that in life that not every conversation is, you got to be able to take, even myself, I've got to take criticism. If somebody says, I don't like the way you're teaching that, or I don't like the way you're doing that, you got to understand everybody's different. If you don't like the way that I'm rolling with you, and you told me, I'd be like, well, I'll just do something different. I can't take it overly personal. You can't say that you won't take it personal because everything, it is, but I can't be all titty baby about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I always walk out and say they don't mean any harm. He's just trying to help.
Sure.
But can we just roll? Because I just feel like me rolling, I love rolling with Scott Hall. And with my favorite 3 people to roll is you, Scott Hall, and Robbie. Not because y'all are coaches, but because y'all let me do things. Y'all let me make those stupid mistakes. Y'all let stuff happen. And if you feel like you need to say something, you say it. But if you don't, you sit there and you tap me and we keep on going. I get my breath. We go at it again.
Well, I think you learn more in the sense of if you're rolling with me and I'm letting you work and I sweep you, for example.
Which I hate.
I can see it in your eye. You're like, you know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you why you got swept.
Yeah, I don't even ask like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, you're
anymore.
like,
Yeah.
I was too far up on my hip there. I know. I can see it in your face. I don't have to go in this whole dossier of why.
And
You
then
know
I'm
what I'm
already feeling bad about why you sweat me. You don't have, I mean, you don't get up and scold me about it.
saying? Mm-hmm.
And also, even if you did, I would respect it because you are at a higher level than
Yeah.
me. We're not at the same level.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why other people feel the need to do that.
Well, I think you validate. I think people do things to validate their own selves, and I can't say that I'm not guilty.
Selfish to
Well, I mean, it goes back to what I was saying quite a while ago. Is that we grow. That's the great thing about jiu-jitsu is we grow on how we do things. It's like being a parent in a sense. When you have your first kid and you're going up through raising them up. If you happen to have a second kid, you end up you maybe do a little better because you're growing as a parent. I mean, and even just knock it down to I only have one child, but I feel like looking back, I've gotten better as a parent because you do this, you make a mistake, and then you get a little bit better at it, and then really you're a pretty damn good parent by the time they're 18. You almost wish you were that great of a parent when they were that little, but you've grown with them. And in your jiu-jitsu, you grow the same. And that's the great thing about jiu-jitsu is because it's so much more than learning how to choke or break people's arms. You're also learning how to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like going through puberty again. When we're first starting jiu-jitsu, we're all excited about it. We have to try to validate ourselves, just like a kid tries to validate themselves, right? And then as you go through the ranks and then your time in, I don't do the things that I did as a white, blue, and purple belt because of each level I'm maturing. So by the time that you get to your black belt levels, and especially your couple of stripes in the black belt levels, you're an older guy, you look at these guys and it's like they're so zen about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have anything else to prove. They've already proven that they can take care of themselves. They've already proven that they have knowledge. They've already proven that they can teach. And so we're not the awkward little kids that we were, no matter their true age at the time, of getting our whites and blue belts.
That's what I can say I appreciate about Chris Mize. Because I remember, it's been times people just stepped out of line with him. Well, I'm pretty sure more than once, but the one time I saw it. And he was like, look, damned if I do, damned if I don't, what you gonna do about it? I mean, you can't, basically, it's like, look, you don't have to be here.
Yeah.
Basically, like, I have nothing to prove to you. That's how him and Renee handled a situation. I was like, damn. That's real couple goals right there.
Yeah.
I was, because he has so much patience with
He has so much more patience than I do.
Especially with them kids.
There's a special place in heaven for people that teach them kids.
I made a mistake and threw one off my back. I got so aggravated. Like, I was like, Chris, I don't think I can do it. I was assisting Scott. I don't see how Scott do it because it seemed like Scott has a little bit of a temper.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can you do this with these kids? They're coming up to you, they're pulling hair. All they do is fart. Oh, I love kids. I don't like them. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. I just commend him for the patience he has.
Yeah.
Because he has nothing to prove to nobody.
Yeah.
Sort of. So I really like that.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody's going to get there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, but again, that's how you end up dealing with it. You'll end up figuring out that's how you deal with people in your day to day.
In general.
Yeah.
I mean, at work, I'm just like, okay, lady, what you gonna do about it? You're not gonna beat my ass, so what?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do that. I do that.
How it is.
I had a guy at work tell me the same thing. He's like, man, you just don't get really too spun up about it. And I'm like, no, I mean, there's no point.
Yeah.
Used to in my 20s, fireball, high testosterone, something to prove. I don't know. Just almost had to feel like you have to prove that you're tough.
Yeah.
you know,
or
and
educated or
or anything. Yeah,
yeah.
you just now I'm just like, whatever, man. You know, you can like it or dislike it. Well, I've also got to understand that a lot of people are full of shit and themselves, and they're trying to prove something either to you or to themselves. You know, you just have to let it roll sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I just say, look, if you can't, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. This just reminded me of that situation I told you about with my cousin.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And he sent me that really, really long text message proving that he's not homophobic or questioning his sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, long. I was like,
Long.
I didn't.
It's like a CVS receipt.
Yeah. And he was saying stuff like your kind and you people and stuff. Like I don't know, like, I guess, I was just like, I'm not finna text this guy back. Because
Yeah.
and my point is, you just gotta let people, sometimes you just have to let people say what they want to say.
Yeah.
And argue what they want to argue. And when you don't respond, that however they feel, it's none of your business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was tough. That was like a first lesson where I was just like, I think this is an adult decision that I'm gonna make for the rest of my life. I'm not fixing to argue with somebody, especially if they're not making not a ton of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or trying to prove something that has nothing to do with me.
Right, because recently I think it was Dave and I were talking. I know I was talking to somebody else about it. It's a little new phrase that I've kind of got going in my. It's new to me. I don't know if anybody else has done it or not, but everybody's living their own movie.
Yeah.
What movie are you living? And I must have heard it somewhere, but anyway, it just popped in my head. I've either heard it on something or whatever. So you just got to figure out what's your story?
Yeah.
They're living their own story.
And then sometimes the story you live in really makes somebody unhappy. Like, make them want to interrupt their own movie, I guess, or life.
Yeah.
Just because you're living yours.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the worst thing you can do to somebody is be happy. That's the worst.
Like, honestly, it's revenge, almost.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's...
living your truth and being happy and not having to hide.
Yeah.
Is one of the best feelings for you and the worst feelings for somebody else.
Absolutely. You're 1,000% correct.
And it makes me sad when they take it out on you, though.
Well, but that's when they're winning, if it makes you sad.
No, it makes me sad as in I feel sorry for you sad.
Yes. I get
because,
you.
I mean, and some of the stuff he's saying is hurting my feelings.
Sure. I mean, that's how somebody's trying to derail you.
Yeah.
That's how they're trying to derail your happiness is, but when you're doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, fuck it.
And I learned, like, telling people, like, hey, you hurt my feelings, but still living your own life and, like, not changing because they hurt your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to get somebody to apologize, or just be pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just something
absolutely.
Because it's happened with me.
Yeah. If you're just like, hey, you hurt my feelings, but, I'm still going to fucking do this.
Yeah. I mean, I have bashed my mom one time. Like, I said, Mom, if you cut your hair, I'm not going to do this, that. And she cut her hair. She went on and did it. And she's like, yeah, just like, you hurt my feelings, but I look fine as hell. So you can't say, like,
I look fine as hell, girl. What you thought?
Like, that's literally how she said it. She was like, look, you ain't finna stop me. Like, and I was just like, okay. But
the worst thing, and I always bring Amber into my conversations because I love her so much, but I learned a long time, if I ever want her to, there's very few things I ever like, fuck, no, I put my hand down. There's only just a couple little things. Yeah. But on your general things, the worst thing I ever tell her is that she can't do something. Yeah. She's going to fucking do it now out of spite.
Yeah.
And so I don't ever tell her she can't. There's only a couple things I've just stomp my foot down. Look, this is going to create a huge problem. Yeah. But I'm just talking about your general things. There's no fucking way I'm going to tell her she can't go somewhere or go do something because that's where she's fucking going. So you'll know where she's at.
I appreciate that about you. Like, men like that.
Yeah.
Because it's so many. Like, what is that? Like, why in relationships it's usually like you can't go here, you can't, and that's men and women. Like, why are people like that?
Well, I think there are certain things that you should put your foot down or let the person know where you stand on it, because if you don't agree with it or you feel like it could be detrimental to your relationship, if this person does this or does that, you got to be honest about it, and they got to understand where you're coming from, because if you don't, then it's going to eat you up like a cancer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to figure out about you drawing the line or putting your foot down, if that's going to ruin your relationship or not. And if it's the problem that you run into is when people draw the line at silliness. Well, you can't go out with your friend because I don't know what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Now,
it's also scary. It's controlling.
It's very controlling. But now, to add volume to that text, is if your girl getting dressed to the nines and she's fixing to run out with her buddy to the club, and they're gonna be bouncing it up all night, then the line is, look, you're false advertising out here. If you don't have any plans of picking up a guy, now you know what I'm talking about when they get like.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
Yeah. And I'm fixing you like, well, what happens is now you're creating a problem, because when a guy goes to a bar, you're dressed and you're dancing with absolutely everybody, and you're just living your thing. There are things such as temptations, especially if she doesn't want you to go with her ever to the club.
Oh, okay. No, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess I left that part out, but like if she's going off her buddy, I'm using from a guy's perspective, she's going off her buddy bouncing around at the bars, bouncing in the clubs, dressing killer fine just the way you liked her when you picked her up. To a guy, that means you're out there looking. It would be the same way some girls feel about strip clubs. Some girls like, I don't want you to go to the strip club because you got titties in your face. Or they're grinding on you or doing whatever.
Is it disrespectful to wear your ring to a strip club as well? Incorporate that in what you're saying.
I've never had a problem. Amber's never put that on me, so I don't know. For some girls, I guess it could be. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know what a ring has to do with it, though, as far as wearing a ring to the strip club, because it is what it is. Like, I don't wear a ring.
Yeah.
And I'm married. And it does bother Amber sometimes, but if you notice, I'm not a jewelry guy, and things on my hands bother me. And so it's a hard, and she's bought me rubber rings and stuff like that, and I still end up taking them off and forgetting to put them on, stuff like that, because all my life I love watches. But I can't wear them.
Why?
I just don't like the feeling of it on my hand.
No.
And so my point being made is that a ring is a ring. And some people don't agree with that. It's just a fucking either piece of plastic, metal. It's a symbol. But a symbol should be in how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
If your wife doesn't want you in a titty bar, you shouldn't be in the titty bar.
Well, and that also goes into what you said, the girl getting dressed up and ready to go, and at the club dance with everybody. Jasmine do the same thing, and I don't have a problem with it because I trust her. I trust that if somebody try to come and speak to her, because what she has on, it may look inviting, but it shouldn't be inviting.
I'm not saying you should dress like a full-on, whatever the religious, the religious sect where everything's covered up. But I'm sure, trust me, I appreciate a good-looking woman like everybody else. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, on my example of that is when they ain't gonna take you to the bar or the club. They go to dinner doing whatever with you, but they gonna go run with the girls who are out there fishing.
Well, okay.
And that what I'm trying to say is that makes guys uncomfortable. Now, if you and her both go to the club, now she's with you, you know what I'm saying? And even if she's dancing with different guys or whatever, you shouldn't be upset about it because you there. She brought you there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. and you might be dancing with some girl, you know. But if they don't want to, whenever you're not included, that's when people get nervous.
Yeah.
When you're not included.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Especially if you do everything with each other anyway.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you love me, you come home to me, I'm your safety net, but you're running town with your girl, you know.
I always sometimes have problems with friends who are single. Sometimes, like, not like, Jess don't have many friends, but we always talk about. I remember I brought it to her. I said, "What if you had all your friends were single, and y'all go out all the time? How would you want me to feel about that?" And she was like, "Well, if you trust me, and this, and that, you shouldn't worry."
You get a little nervous though.
Oh no, that's just me playing at the gym.
Okay.
But I would say, I mean, how would you feel if all of Amber's girlfriends were single and always, like not sleeping around, but like the movies?
Yeah, well, to be fair, I think most of her girlfriends are single, but they don't run the road hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. But I'm gonna try to answer it based off your question. It would make me nervous. It goes back to we're gonna run the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if all the girls are getting dressed to the nine, you got 3 that are fishing, right?
Yep.
And you got the 4th one sitting there, and they roll up on 4 or 5 guys. Well, obviously, if 3 are fishing, and that 4th one's just sitting there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they own her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And temptation is temptation. And I've experienced in my last my last marriage, you know, that's why I'm not married no more. She got tempted.
She don't believe that though. She don't believe in that.
You know.
I was like, I told her, even in my case, I said, it's temptation. The devil works in many ways. Like, he can take the form of anything, and you can be tempted into anything.
We all can. We're human.
It's hard to put that through her thick skull.
Yeah, we are. I purposely don't put myself in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Because I love women. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, whew.
And I think that's good to consider.
If I'm this obese fat guy, I'm not fucking hanging out in the bakery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I love sweets and I'm trying to lose weight, I'm not going there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love women. So guess what? I restrict places that I try my best to not put myself in those positions.
Yeah, and that's called putting in the work for the relationship you're in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
Because you got a solid 8, solid 9 offering the goods.
Yeah.
Many a man have fallen to a weak heart.
They have. They really have.
It's like, ugh. It's like you start sweating, you start thinking, you're like, oh, you start evaluating, and you're like, you got to pull that chute. You got to get.
But it takes so much just to hold a lie and cover everything up.
Oh, it's tough, yeah.
It's not even. Sometimes it's not even worth it. Just lying to my parents and growing up, I was like, it's not worth it.
Well, it always was fascinating me when you hear about guys. I'll use guys for example, and I'm sure there's girls doing it too, but we'll just say both. When you get a guy or a girl running a couple of guys or girls, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, man, that's a lot of work. How can the hell you got, I would hire them as a damn scheduler. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how the hell do you do that time management on this shit? How are you running three girls? How do you fit in
the shower? That's my question.
Yeah. How are you running 3 chicks? Or how's some girl running 3 guys?
Some people just be knowing that he has that person or he or she has 2 or 3.
Well, and then that's an agreement. I'm talking about the ones that are on the low that are damn running 2 or 3, and you're like, how are you? First of all, if I know, how does she not know?
Yeah.
Or they not know? You know what I'm saying?
I never knew how small Birmingham was until people started knowing my name and like knowing families knowing each other and everything. So it just gets to this person, this person, this person. I don't understand how she don't know. So I think she's just being
polite,
voluntarily oblivious. Cause she like him so much, or he has money, he takes care of her, or she has money.
Yeah.
He
now that's to me that's an agreement situation. Whether it's an understanding, it's an unspoken understanding, or or maybe the guy's stupid thinking, oh, I'm fucking getting over on this chick, and she's like, no, motherfucker, I'm juicing you. Yeah, I'm juicing you. You don't even know I got one on the side over here too.
Oh, but you know what's weird though? Like when the guy running game with a girl, or the girl running game with a guy, and he has or she has somebody on the side too.
And they find out.
They find out and they get mad.
Yeah, happens all the time.
What are you mad for? What are you upset for?
It happens all the time because they lost. They lost the game.
It is a game, isn't it?
It is, because it's not about the people that, in my opinion, strictly opinion from Chris, it's about conquest. It's about that feeling of excitement, being able to feel like, yeah, I got over on somebody. I'm fucking winning. I'm winning this game. And then you're like, wait a minute, she's got two others on the side. I only have one. I fucking lost.
That's you being a shitty person.
Yeah, but humans are shitty.
Yeah.
We are shitty. And we try not to be. I'm shitty. I work real hard at not being shitty. But I understand that I can go from being a decent dude to a shitty bastard in a day.
Yeah.
It's fucking work.
Yeah.
And anybody that says that they're not that way, if they're not lying to me, they're lying to themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to be shitty. You know what I'm saying?
It's very easy.
Oh my God, it's so easy.
Because you know everything, especially with somebody that you know, or somebody that you just met, because you can look like the sweetest person.
Yeah.
And be nice, and then they say something wrong to you, and which is really not wrong, you just go all out.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, but even then, I'm just saying, there's people that's in great relationships that are shitty. And it's like anything. It takes less effort to be shitty than it does to be.
It really does.
I mean, what's funny is it's almost like if you want to be shitty, people are willing to be shitty with you.
Yeah, they are.
They
don't care.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people.
Easy.
Yeah,
it's so easy, and just like when I was jokingly saying like not politically correct and all that stuff. Being at the bars, like everything you have when you're having a conversation, it has to be in the middle. Like it cannot be up here, it cannot be down here.
Yeah.
Because if you say something, you're considered you say something bad, that's what makes you a shitty person. And that 1 second of you saying it, of it coming out of your mouth, you're automatically
You gotta watch person. You gotta watch that Dave Chappelle show. You gotta watch it. He said that you are so in tune, you don't know. You don't know how in tune you are with Dave.
I gotta watch it.
You gotta watch Mr. Chappelle, man. Everything you've said today, I'm convinced. It's hard to believe that you hadn't watched it. A lot of things that you've said, you are so in tune with his current special.
I have not. I just don't think he's funny.
It's not about this. Is not
Mike Epps.
This is not about ha funny. This is about life funny. In almost like what we've done here today. What we talk, when I'm telling you, you're watching, you're like, that's the conversation that me and Chris just had.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're going to be like, and you're going to laugh your ass off. Now, there might be a thing. I don't know. Each person's different. There might be a thing like, why'd he say that? That's kind of shit. But that's what makes it so fucking great. That's what makes it so great. I love saying shit and watching people, their little nose twitch a little bit.
But why? Not
in the sense, because I don't want people to be so... I understand where they come from. But you got to understand that we've gone so far off the reservation on sensitivity. It is not my job description to make your life wonderful and rosy.
That's true.
And it's not your life decision, your job description to make mine. We got to understand that people are different. Now, you shouldn't say gross, hateful things like, I don't like that person just because of the color of their skin, or I don't like that person because she likes vagina.
Yeah.
I don't like that, I don't like that person because he sucks dick. He ain't sucking my dick.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what he's doing. If he ain't trying to, force himself upon me, what do I give a shit?
Right.
Had nothing to do with me. But some people, get all wound up about it. And so that's what I love about Dave's special is he's kind of punching at everybody. And he makes the comment, it's not giving it away. He goes, and I'll fuck it up, so you have to watch the show to see what he truly said. But he said something to the effect of, he was like, you know who the hardest people is to please? And everybody's looking around. He goes, you motherfuckers. He goes, y'all just waiting. He goes, he goes, y'all bring up shit that we said such and such years ago. It's so hard to be a celebrity now. And he was talking about Kevin Hart. And he goes, Kevin Hart is one of the greatest people ever lived. But he's three tweets away from perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He said 3 things, and then he goes into this whole long spiel. He goes, if he wouldn't have said those 3 things, he would be considered perfect.
Yeah, he would.
Just because he made a bad joke. Bad jokes. And so Dave goes into this whole thing about it, how ridiculous it is, And he goes, y'all, he goes, and he's saying things that people said about him, whatever, and this and that. But God, I'm telling you, for me, he was extremely on point.
Yeah, that situation was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't understand why they did that.
Yeah. Somebody had it out for him. It only takes one. It only takes one person to throw it out there.
And a lot of people just don't, because it wasn't he about to host
the Academy Awards.
Yeah. And that was huge.
It was his dream.
Yeah.
It was his dream. And Dave talks about that. He goes, how many brothers have dream of hosting the Academy Awards? He goes, get the fuck out of here. He goes, but that was this motherfucker's dream.
Yeah.
He goes, and they took that from him. He said, but he handled it right. And I'm paraphrasing anybody that watches the show or the special. I can't remember everything verbatim. Just throwing out there. He didn't say that, mama. But he basically said, and when he said he didn't apologize, and after things cooled down and they realized they didn't have a fucking host, they couldn't get a host, and they tried to backpedal and tried to say, well, we still want you. And he was like, fuck you, I'm not doing it.
I don't want to blame him. Like, I feel like the Academy handled it a bit
shitty,
stupid too.
Yeah.
Because it was how long ago? It was 8 years ago, actually.
It was quite a while ago.
When he said it, and what he said was wrong. He shouldn't have said it.
He was
I get it. He's a comedian.
Goofy comedian, and
he didn't think he was going to be as popular as he is now, too.
Absolutely. He probably hoped.
Yeah.
But, we all say things. God almighty, I'm glad I don't fucking stupid shit I've said over my life.
I'm so glad that I'm not going to, I don't have no desire. But nowadays, you can be a celebrity from anything.
There's people with a celebrity for just standing there going.
Yeah. Have you heard Old Town Road?
Yes.
He is prospering.
He is.
I love him, but he is. He's
I thought it was a straight up joke. I thought it's like, I thought he's just being ridiculous.
But he has great music.
But what I'm saying is, I didn't know who he was when I first saw the video of him out there doing this ridiculous.
It's cute.
I mean, just ridiculous.
It's so cute.
It is, but it looks like a black guy making fun of a white redneck.
And honestly, he's not. He's actually a country person.
I know, but when I thought it was I wasn't offended. I looked at it, I was like, oh, well, some guy's doing a skit on, on a white redneck dude, because it was kind of the way he was dancing was kind of clowny. I thought
that's why so many people wanted him off of, I guess, Billboard when he got taken off because they didn't.
Oh, I didn't hear about it.
They took him off the country Billboard. They said it wasn't a real country song.
I don't know, but everybody seemed to love it until they figured out who he was or what he was doing.
I loved it until I heard it every single day.
Yeah. Oh, it's like anything.
It's like 15 remixes to it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
It's one of my favorite songs of this year, though. I will say that. What was I about to say? Yeah, if I was to get famous and had a big opportunity, I always say, like, I need to stop. I don't need to put anything on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter.
Oh, it only takes one person to spin it.
It takes one person with no life to just scroll all the way like 15 years ago.
I've actually thought about going and purging some of my stuff. Not that I've said anything bad, but just so I know
anything.
Just so I know what I've said currently. You know what I'm saying? I just need to purge anything I've said up to the last year, just so I could say I remember that.
Versus, even if you say you people or these people or something like that, people take offense to that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, so it's like something can happen. Like, well, let's say my podcast jump off. Let's say what I have planned jumped off. Mm-hmm. Somebody gonna find it. A hater gonna find it. Somebody don't like to see you succeeding.
If this podcast jumps, and there's stuff on this show, I'm sure somebody's gonna sit and listen and listen and listen.
Next time I came to you.
Oh yeah, you did come to me, and I was like, because I had to think about it. I didn't say it, but somebody said something on the show, and you weren't offended, but you were.
I was just like, do you really feel that way?
And because I remember I was like, what? And I had to go back and think about, what you. Yeah,
because she went on a rant.
Yeah.
Not Amber.
Yeah, the other chick. And so, I was like, but but it'll get tied back to me. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell them to fuck off because that's just my personality. But some people will scare the shit out of them. Mm-hmm. And they'll go into straight damage control.
Yeah.
And I'll sit there and I'll be like, pull up a mic and we'll fucking talk about it. That's just my personality. But it was funny that you brought it up. And I had to go back and listen and think about it. And there was something else that was on the show that somebody else was like, and this was like right when I first got started. They were like, yada, yada. And I was like, yeah, I could see where that was kind of taken that way. But it wasn't anything I said.
It was never something you said. It was just two things that stuck out. I was like, dang, that's fucked up what they just said. And I stopped listening for a while. And I said, well, he ain't the one that said it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I can't. And then I said, I can't believe people would say this when it's on this kind of platform.
Well, I will say that that's what I do like to have is an open platform.
Yeah.
And, and that's the disclaimer. If anybody listens to this, whatever you want to say, I can't say that I won't get in a full-on argument with somebody on the show one day. Mm-hmm. If I bring somebody in, like you came in and we've had a great pushing 3 hours and some odd doing here.
I just like talking.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, somebody may say something that I don't agree with and we may get in a heated debate about it.
Yeah.
But, that's what this is all about. This is about being able to just bullshit. And a lot of times, we've had some laughs on this episode, and we've had some serious talk on some of this stuff. And that's what it's all about. I think the biggest problem with the world today is people don't communicate face to face. We could have never had this conversation via text or via social media.
Yeah.
Because things taken out of context, people body language, tonality of voices. And I think that's where we're fucking up. And you made the comment earlier where you said we're turning into such a social media world. I encourage everybody to get out and have full conversations.
Yes.
Because I may say something and you're like, well, I don't agree with that. And I'm like, well, this is what I mean by it. And then you're like, okay, well, now I understand that. And vice versa. You might say, well, I don't think so-and-so. And I'm like, well, why? Or you'll say something and I'm like, I don't think that's whatever. And you're like, and then you explain it. And then I'm like, well, I can understand why you don't like that because of whatever.
Yeah.
But it's all about content. It's all about, context. It's all about tonality. Because so much can change a sentence in my view on tonality. Mm-hmm. Just how somebody says it. If you laugh and go, you're a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing, you're not gonna get offended. If I look at you mean, I go, you're a motherfucker. Then it's like, well, now it's all changed.
Yeah.
Just out of tone. Well, you can't read tone on a text.
Well, and when you say that, you also have to, and I'm not saying be sensitive, but saying that to somebody who is
Mm-hmm.
of another skin color, of another race, that
Yeah.
goes back.
Oh, sure.
You know, and
Motherfuckers know skin colors.
no.
Okay.
Saying, no,
I had to
it's
think
saying,
about
you're
it.
saying, like, if, let's say you can say that to somebody. You can even say that jokingly to somebody.
Yeah.
But you can say it to the wrong. Okay, just go ahead and say
Go
it.
on, say it.
You can say that to the wrong black person.
Motherfucker?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was. See, learn something new every day.
Well, yeah. I mean, it goes, and a lot of people don't take it seriously because people always saying, "Well, y'all just stuck back in the day." No, it's not that. It's some people still going through stuff, or let's say they knew their great grandparents or something like that. They're still going through the stories that their grandparents told them, and you said it to the wrong person, saying, "Oh, you a motherfucker," saying that, you know, that back then, that's what the slave owner said. I mean, the master said to the slave.
See, I didn't even know that.
You know, like, or they called the masters motherfuckers because the masters would take the mothers and do what they want to do to those poor people and
but see, that goes back to context.
Yeah,
right?
It goes back to context, and sometimes you do have to kind of be like, okay, this is my friend, but some stuff I'm not gonna say to her or say to him.
But context is also about education.
Yeah.
See, because you just told me something I absolutely had no idea about. So you can't beat up or belittle somebody for lack of knowledge. Then you can say, because you can easily, like you just did, go, hey, you know what that means when you say that to a black person? And I'm like,
well, not all.
Not all, but what I'm saying is still a point. It's still a valid point. So I could say something that is homophobic that I don't know is homophobic because of just my lack of knowledge.
I just learned sissy is homophobic.
See, that's crazy, man. I like it.
Pansy.
And what?
And pansy. Pansy.
Okay. I love the word sissy. I don't know why. I just like to say it. It sounds good. I'm going to be a sissy.
Okay. I used to say that, and then I just started saying punk because I don't want my name associated with.
Well, in punk, like calling
just calling somebody a punk. I instead of saying sissy, I say punk. Or
I thought punk meant effeminate gay male.
I have no idea. It does it?
I think so.
It's not in the LGBTQI ABCDs.
Shit, I don't know. That damn alphabet gets long after a minute.
Ooh, it's so long. Oh man, it's so long. I just say plus. I say LGBT plus.
I just say alphabet people. That really gets them going.
Now that get them.
That get them going.
Yeah.
But I have
to.
The
first time you said it to me, I looked at you a little sideways.
I have to.
I was like, this is Crystal.
Damn it. You got to draw a line though. You got to say. Eventually, you're just like, fuck. I give up.
Yeah.
I give up.
It's hard to keep up with because it's a new one.
Yeah, that's why I call my alphabet. Whatever.
Yeah.
And but the reason why I give up on that and why I will say it, and I don't care if it makes them mad, because I have a good argument in my head for when we start debating. Mm-hmm. I know whether I convince the other person or not. I feel confident in that I've got an argument. You know what I'm saying? If I say something and I'm like, oh, I really don't have an argument for that. I can't, my apologies, whatever, blah, blah. But with the whole alphabet, goddamn getting ridiculous. If you just said lesbian, gay, whatever, the first 3 or 4 letters, I could get it. I'm with you. Mm-hmm. But God, dog. I mean, when it starts running off the page,
because sexuality is just such a huge spectrum.
Yeah,
it's huge, and you wouldn't think people would be something that they are. Like asexual people don't have sex with they don't find. I don't want to speak for nobody who is asexual, and I don't truly know, but from what I understand, they don't like either gender.
Huh.
I think.
Now, that sounds like a marriage.
It does.
They don't want to do nothing. Yeah, I'm done. We got married. I'm out.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they're married to themselves.
Yeah, I'm just married to myself. I don't want to touch nothing.
Yeah. And then you have I don't think non-binary is a sexuality. I don't think. I'm still trying to educate myself on the.
I don't have a clue.
Well, I want to educate myself on every type of people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go up to someone who just because they look Indian call them Indian. You know, just because somebody looks.
Well, it's like and now I can't pronounce this word. The Sikh people, the ones they wear a turban, but they're Indian.
Yeah.
And people call them fucking Muslim.
Yeah.
It's like, they're not fucking Muslim.
And Muslim is not a race, it's a religion. So,
right.
Please, people.
Well, I mean, I think people get confused because the derogatory, the names of towel heads and different things like that by people just saying just hurtful things confuses other people because this dude's got a turban wrapped around his head. So they're like, their ignorance is like, well, you're just a damn Muslim. It's like, I'm not even a Muslim.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just going to ask you that. Like, calling somebody Muslim, how in the world is that an offense? Like calling somebody fat. Like when I was in middle school, I was called fat and I'm just like, okay, I'm fat.
Well, I think people can, the context is that so much negativity has been wrapped around the Muslim religion because of the hateful things that they're being shown to have done as of late.
Yeah.
Which all religions have done hateful, horrible things.
Terrible.
And all of them. And so it's like it's the most current thing to, and so calling somebody a hateful, it's basically like calling somebody a hateful thing because the connotation, I guess is the right word, of the religion right now is negative. So if you call them that, it's somebody's justification to call them a negative name.
Well, what if I've heard somebody say, you black bitch, or you white ass. You're stating a fact. You really are. I don't get, it depends on how somebody call me a bitch. But, I mean, how can you call me that when it is a fact that I am someone who is black or someone who is fat or bucktooth or something like that? You're calling out what I already know and you think that I'm already insecure about it, but I'm not.
Right.
So why are people so lazy when it comes to being offensive?
Or insulting?
Insulting.
That's a good question.
I don't get it.
I mean, or do your homework if you're going to try to throw an offense at somebody.
Yeah.
Do your homework a little bit because you might say something that might confuse them more than really insult them.
Yeah. Like, I remember when I was in middle school, I was like, boy, if you don't get your light-skinned self out of here. But he was literally light-skinned because he was mixed. So, like, it was like a slap in my face. Because he said, well, I am. My mom's white, my dad's black. So, so it's like, why are people so lazy when it comes to insulting? Why not just keep your mouth shut? Because now you look like a jerk.
I mean, there's all kind of stuff. I mean, we can go into a whole deep thing on that. There's so much.
People are just crazy.
Psychology.
People are nice. Now, how do you feel about these late shootings? If you don't want to talk about it, it's cool.
I think that a lot of things that happen now have happened over the years, and with the advent of certain technologies to where we get our information faster, I think that we know more things that are going on than things that happened in the past. I think that to add insult to that is that the more we talk about people doing those things, people that do have a mental issue see it, and they see this weird sense of glorification in it, and they don't have things going on in their life, and they think, well, I'm going to be remembered for something, and they go and they do these horrible things.
I feel the exact same what you just said.
Okay.
Exact. And I do think shootings have gotten worse, though.
I'm not saying they haven't. I'm just saying that because of the fact that we go out and we publicize it and on a world scale now versus just a local scale, of newsprint and whatnot. I think people that are troubled, well, they're just looking for something. but people are going to hurt people. No, I mean, whether they do a bomb or whether they do a run people over in a truck. I mean, you look at that fucking idiot in New York that just started running down the sidewalk in his car. What, about 2 years ago, maybe? He had problems. You know, Timothy McVeigh, which if you want to go into conspiracy theories, we can go into the whole Clinton thing. We'll do a whole thing on that. I think he was tied into that because she was about to be, case was about to go against her on that whole Whitewater thing, and that's where all the records were. And after that place got blown up,
are we talking about in 1990?
98, something like that?
Yeah,
when he blew up the Oklahoma City bombing. Yes, and then all of a sudden there was no evidence, so that she got off of that thing. We go deep on that.
I actually listened to it was actually about Monica Lewinsky. Her documentary, but they were talking about it.
Yeah.
Within it, I was like, oh shit, I need to look into it, but I never got.
Yeah, we'll get deep on that. We'll come back on. We'll do some good conspiracy stuff. So, with that said, I also believe that I don't know. I don't think that it's just guns. I don't think that it's that guns are so easy to get, because it's been debunked that you can go. I mean, if you got anything on your record and you won't pass, you can't just go in and get a gun. You know, but if you have a clean record, and yes, you can go in and get a gun.
Why are they? Well, that's most of them that have clean records.
They do. I mean, that's the problem. But see, here's the problem too. You can't convict somebody of something, or you can't take a right away from people because somebody else could do something wrong. I mean, more people still die from drinking and driving. More people still die from medical malpractice. Why don't we hold our doctors to that same level? If you got doctors that have fucked up shit and killed people,
killed Michael Jackson,
and absolutely killed Elvis, and yet they're still practicing. You're still allowing. It's like saying, okay, this person got a gun. They went out and killed 2 or 3 people. But, he fucked up. We're going to let him still keep a gun. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many ways of looking at it. Whether you do something malicious or, to me, they killed Michael Jackson maliciously. Killed Elvis, his fucking doctor. If you ever go back and look at this fucking tool, he's like got the big gold medallion, got this. He made a living off of feeding Elvis pills. He just wrote scripts as far as Elvis. He maliciously killed Elvis. Have you seen and I know you may not be an Elvis fan, but I like to use that as an example. Go and look at when Elvis died, what he looked like. He was my age or younger.
Yeah.
And he looked
but he was overweight, though.
Like extreme. He looked old as fuck. He was bloated. He was fucking peeled out.
I look at dead people on YouTube.
Okay.
They have this thing, the last pictures or the last couple moments of people. And I look at it and compare it to what he first came out as to what he was.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Well, you look at Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You look at Michael Jackson in the early 80s. Okay. The time of Thriller and all that good stuff. He looked like just a light-skinned black guy. Yeah. Right? No big deal.
Yeah.
But money and power, and you get these doctors that are just wanting to, I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, especially when you have a daughter that actually lives with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, man. We'll bleach your face. We'll change your nose. We'll do, you want to sleep in a hyperbolic chamber? Absolutely. Fuck yeah, we'll do it. Doctors take a Hippocratic oath to take care of their patients. And just like an engineer, when an engineer is hired by a client to build something, to do something, it's our responsibility to protect them from themselves. I want to put this big ass fucking thing. Like, we're not doing that because of this or that.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. Same with a doctor. So you go back to the full scale of shooting stuff. The shootings happen.
Isn't the NRA considered a doctor, though?
No, I think the NRA is just like I look at the NRA as like a union. I look at the NRA as like, I think initially, just like a union, unions were initially designed to protect its people from harsh working conditions, right? I think they became bloated and unnecessary due to laws that were changed to protect the worker, but the union's still trying to suck money out of you and not really doing much for you. The NRA, I equate them to a union style where they were designed to protect Americans and their rights to bear arms, because so many times, arms were trying to take it away. Well, they've almost became unnecessary or bloated because they just want money from you. So their lobbyists can just, try to sweet talk, politicians into doing or not doing something. And I think they're probably losing more sight of what they were designed for. Mm. And now they're more of damage control people on all the different shootings. But I don't subscribe to the NRA. I know some people love them. Some people are lifetime members. I probably should do more research, but I think it's like anything. I think it gets corrupt, and yeah, everything does. And it goes back to human nature, right? Mm. Lobbyists and politicians are corrupt. I think we should have term limits on every form of office. I think if you are a president and you go into office and your net worth is $3 million, and in 4 years your net worth is $150 million, you should be investigated heavily, because you're only making $175,000. Presidents only make around $175,000 a year.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's all they make.
Celebrities make more than them.
Yes, you make more money, but you get paid forever.
Yeah.
After you've done your time.
Yeah.
But so there's that. But my point is, if you have X amount and you come out and you got ridiculous amount more, you should be heavily investigated.
I agree.
So, and if there's some dirty shit going on, whether you get money from the NRA or you get money from pharmaceutical companies or get money from whomever, you should be held accountable.
Yeah. That's why I don't trust doctors. Yeah, I trust my doctor. She's okay. But she is always trying to put me on different medicines.
Oh, absolutely. Because they get kicks on that.
So I just take some ibuprofen and just leave.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
There you go.
But then she'll try to force it on me.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. So what did she try to give me? Lortab.
Oh, yeah. They love getting Lortabs.
Why would I need Lortab for my knee? I don't need that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
You're not in excruciating pain.
Yeah, plus they make me itch. They make me all itchy.
Good. That means you won't get hooked on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of scary being on it. I'd rather stick with it work with it organically.
Yeah. Natural.
Yeah.
Natural healing.
Yes.
You realize you're on video.
Oh, I forgot.
That's all right. That's all right. You little vaping going on.
A
little vaping going on.
Yes, vaping. Totally unhealthy, but vaping is great. I saw what you put on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'll get deep on that, too.
I almost like that comment. The comment under it, because that person was smoking janky vapor.
Yes. Would you see my comment under his comment?
Yes, I did. And you are that type of person, huh?
I don't know. I was just fucking with him.
I know.
That was my laugh response. I'm pushing my thoughts on you just like religion.
Yeah. That's what it looked like. I was like, this ass, he's seen me vape before. Why would he put this over here?
I've seen a lot of people vape before, and I'm not a vape. I will say that I'm not a vape fan, but I just like to give people a hard time.
Yeah, I know you do.
I just find great pleasure in it.
I like making people uncomfortable. I'm That's terrible. But I do. Sometimes.
I got some other friends that like to make people uncomfortable.
Not like because some like uptight people.
Yeah.
Like,
I do that at work.
You don't have to do that.
I'll make comments because I work in a very straight edge environment, and I'll say stuff like we're about to work on something hard or something, or we're about to go somewhere for a long drive, like to a facility or whatever. And they were like, "You ready to go?" I said, "Hell yeah! I've done 2 lines of cocaine and played with strippers." I said, "I'm ready." Just
nobody's ever reported you to HR.
No, I said, or one time we were leaving and somebody asked me something about whether I was ready to go. I was driving. And I was like, "Oh yeah," I said, "I've already had my Red Bull and cocaine." Just like it's all good. Now I'll look at me a little crazy, but if they did, I'd pass any test I got. I would actually laugh. I would chuckle if I got with a surprise drug test.
Really?
Oh fuck yeah! I'd laugh because I was so clean. They'd be like, pfft. And then I'd walk around class, and then you know what I'd do? I'd come back and I'd be like, "Man, that stuff they sell at the pot shop to clean your pee out really works." I'd say all kind of crazy shit.
You just asking for trouble. I would not like you if we worked together. I already have a hard time with them people. Oh, God. At my job.
Oh, are they straight?
I work with a bunch of older women.
Yeah.
And I think older women think they can say anything to younger people.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm also considered a child there because they are all my mom's age and older. Yeah. And it's like, listen, lady, please stop. Please leave me alone. Like, okay, the other day, I do give people a hard time sometimes, especially if I'm joking. And we'll be joking, and one lady, she came in and she brought me a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, and I guess I was supposed to bow down to her for the rest of the day.
Oh, shit.
So I was giving her a hard time. That's what I kept thinking. I said, "You're a good woman." I kept saying that, just aggravating her. Then she got up. This is why I got to stop playing with people. She got up and was like, my 2 children getting on my nerve. I am nobody's child.
Oh, shit.
Except for my mom and dad's.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not a child.
You're a grown woman, yeah.
Yeah. And you say that to them, and you say it in the nicest way possible, but they'll get that motherly instinct on you. And I'm just like, I guess I said that right, but why are you... I hate the fact that I'm treated like a child there.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how to stop it.
It's tough, man.
And it's even more tough because it's all women. They're all older. And I don't know.
You can call them old hens if you want to.
No, I'm trying to see if I want to say this. Like, I love working with older black women has been a pleasure. I really love it.
Okay.
But they think that I'm their child. They talk to me as if they're talking to their own children. They talk to me exactly the way my mom used to talk to me.
Do you think it's a cultural thing, or do you think...
I think it is.
Okay.
And, I've seen that, my friend, she'll tell me, like, yeah, she works, the older people that she worked with, I was calling her old spout, whatever. Spurt. I have no idea what white people call them. But I'm just kidding. But working with them, it's like, and, she's even told me, the one that I'm closest to, but she know that she don't overstep the boundaries. The other one did. And they don't know the line between, okay, now you're a coworker, you're not an auntie, nor a mom at work, you're a coworker.
I think that's human nature, though, sometimes.
Yeah, but...
And I think it's different between women and men, too.
Very different. You'll never see black or white or Indian or Native, whatever. You will never see that with a man, but with older women, they talk to you a certain way. Like, if you do one thing, they'll talk to you as if you're their child. Don't do that.
That's wild. That's a public service announcement from Caitlin.
That aggravates me, though. And I'm like, look, listen, I'm not your child. And you know what? I take back that just because of their race. Because there's another woman, Miss Becky. That's her name. She come over there and be like, girl, why are you doing this and why did you put it that way? No, you're supposed to do this. And I say, okay, Miss Becky, I'm sorry. It's okay, you're just a child. Why? Are you serious? Don't talk to me like that. I'm 24 years old and I got this job on my own. Like, I got this job the way you got it.
Yeah.
Maybe not the way you got it, but I'm grown.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe saying this, if I was to say it to them, it's like, oh, if you want to be grown so bad, well, handle this yourself. That's exactly how they'll do it, treat it.
Yeah.
And even my bosses, they treat me as if I'm a child. They talk to me in a very patronizing way.
Well, you got a sweet face, a young face, and I'm not justifying this, but I can just see them.
I kid it, I look like a 12-year-old, and they always say I remind them of their daughters.
Right, and I guess that's a good thing in the sense of
that gets on my nerve because you're saying I remind you of your niece and daughter and granddaughter, but don't treat me that way.
Right.
That don't give you a right to treat me that way. We're all grown. I'm your coworker. Don't joke with me that way either, because I'm very professional at work.
Sure.
So don't joke with me that way. If you see me joking with a certain person, that's her and I relationship, not us.
Right.
And I've always, so.
Yeah, it's you gotta figure out the boundaries and the lines of how you deal with people, and you gotta ease that comfort level too.
Yeah.
Because even at my work, I joke around pretty much everybody, but there are certain people that I don't have that connectivity with. Yeah.
So don't try me. And this, what happened the other day? It's a lot that happened, but being as saying someone coming up to you saying, "Oh, you just look so unapproachable. You don't smile or anything."
Amber gets that a lot.
How does she handle it?
She usually gives them the finger, but
really,
yeah, Amber. Lot going on upstairs. She's thinking all the time. She's always got a lot of stuff going on. Whether it's stuff from the bar, stuff from the house. She's a thinker. She's always things are clicking, and so she'll have what some people consider resting bitch face. You see what I'm saying? But she's just kind of like, and then especially if she's like, say she's working or having to. When she's working, she could be doing many different things. But let's say she's working, she's actually bartending behind the bar. She's thinking, unless she's engaged with you in a conversation and laughing or having a conversation, she's got her mind going, right?
Yeah.
And so somebody asks her for a drink or asks for something, she's going to look at them in a stern way, like, what do you want? Because she wants to focus on what do you want to get it for you. Well, it can come across as the fact that she might be unapproachable or mean or whatever, but she's just, if she focuses at you, she's down. Now, obviously, if she knows you and y'all having conversation, stuff like that, she smiles and doing. It's not that she doesn't ever smile. It's just a lot of times if she's thinking, everything's just down. You know what I'm saying? She just doesn't have that bubbly go.
Well, her and I shouldn't have to explain that to nobody.
She doesn't. I mean, she's gotten to the point now where she's dealt with it for so long, she doesn't give a fuck. She's like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? And as you get to know her, if you're willing to get to know her, you'll understand her. That's her philosophy on it. Yeah,
the other day,
she did say, not to interrupt you, but she was watching one of these videos one time and she was sitting right here and I'm talking or she's talking to me and we watched the video or she watched the video later. She goes, oh my God, do I look at you like that? How do you deal with me? She was like, because I was talking, she was just looking at me like, almost like, you stupid motherfucker. But she wasn't. She was just focused on what I was saying. And she goes, how do you put up with me? I said, shit, I don't know.
I try to, at one point I did start trying to correct my facial expressions, and I just said, fuck it. But, one day I can be smiling, happy, you know, but the next day I can be just chilling. And I need to work on that too. Like when somebody's smiling happy, then the next day they're chilling, I think it's something wrong with them.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, the other day when I wasn't as jolly as I usually be, I guess, if I am jolly to you, you ask what's wrong.
Yeah.
I said, no, nothing was wrong.
And I'll initially ask just to make sure.
And I appreciated that.
And then just so I'm conscious or sympathetic to anything that could be going wrong with somebody.
Yeah.
But when you said, I'm fine. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I appreciate that you just said, I'm fine, whatever. Okay. End of that, right?
End of that. Keep going.
Oh, some people just keep it going. So it worked.
So eventually you do get pissed off because they done worked your nerves.
Now I got an attitude. now you got what you want. So let's talk about it. So
why are you mad? Because you won't leave me the fuck alone.
Yes. At work, this lady, she was like, why you do this or why you do that? And I said, do what? And she said, why you answering me like that? I said, now I'm pissed off because you're asking me a bunch of questions. She went and told the manager.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness. I don't think I've ever been reported to management.
I said, well, you know, when people ask me a bunch of questions and my manager said, you're just so straight to the point. And I said,
well, that's something that should be admired.
Beat around the bush.
Yeah, that should, I mean.
I want to tell people straight up, hey, no, this, yes, no. Like, I want to be straight up. I don't want to say, well, I just got to do this and this. No, I'm going to say, if someone asks, do you like this? I'm going to straight up say, no. Or yes.
Yeah, simple.
Nothing more, nothing less. Like,
I like to think that I'm that way. I think I'm that way.
Yeah, you are to me. Like, when, let's say somebody say, am I doing this right? You say, no, this. You know, and they laugh, and I'm just like, well, he telling the truth. You're not doing the armbar right.
Yeah.
So I like people like that because it gets straight to the point. Okay, what do I need to correct? Simple as that. That's how it should be to me. But everybody don't think like me. That's another thing I gotta work on. Everybody don't think like me.
Yeah, you have to take that into account.
Yeah, cause Jasmine, God, she's nuts. She don't think like me, and I hope I'm not crazy, but she does not think like me, at least.
I gotta pick her brain one day. She's so smiley and she just kind of giggles off to the side.
No, she's not.
She's smiley to me. I mean, I don't know her in the sense that I know you.
Jasmine is a whole type of crazy. Like she, not like mental, but I'm talking nuts. Like she don't think like she. I don't want to call her irrational. But she don't think of okay, if I do this, it's going to affect this.
She don't think about the consequences.
Don't think about the consequences at all.
She's more of a, hey, let's do it.
Yeah. And she don't think like, she thinks, okay, for example, Nature Valley bars. I eat the ones in the green pack, crunchy, regular, original.
Now we're getting to the domestic part.
All the time. I make that. I mean, I always buy that. I eat that only.
Yeah.
She goes and buys the peanut butter kind that's in an orange, bright orange box. You've never seen an orange box in our house, in our pantry. Why did you get this? I thought you ate that. Oh, okay. I thought you ate that. I said, no, I don't eat that. But you always eat that. I don't eat that.
I don't eat that flavor.
I don't like that. I don't like peanut butter Nature Valley. I love peanut butter, but I don't like peanut butter Nature Valley. So now we got a fucked up box of peanut butter Nature Valley because I'm not gonna eat it.
Now I gotta give it to somebody.
Now I gotta give it to somebody. Okay. So I just bounced. Like I just went downtown and just chose somebody to give it to, and that was my example of she don't think, because me on the other hand, I'll be like, if I'm not sure what Jasmine wants, I'm gonna call her or text her and be like, is this the kind you want? Is this the kind you get? Or I just know her. Like, she doesn't want this.
Sure.
Me, on the other hand, she doesn't do me like that. And I don't know why. It's a lot. Like, she's
just rolling with it.
I said, you cannot go grocery shopping alone no more.
God love her.
Chris, we go through a lot. We go through a lot. No, we really do.
Do you? We all seem like a good couple.
We are. But we go through a lot. Like, look, we've been in kind of a rut. Like, I guess how all relationships do.
Oh, always. Yeah, yeah.
but it's been going on. But we've been sticking it out.
Oh,
just
yeah.
trying to figure each other out more. And like now we've been doing relationship check-ins once a week. But and if you gotta go to work tomorrow, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
What time you gotta go?
We got a few more minutes. Go on and finish what you got to say.
Okay, so her grandma wanted to come to town. I think I told you this.
I don't think so.
Grandma wanted to come in town, and she wanted to stay at our apartment. Now, I went to Detroit recently to go see my brother get married. I said, hey, Jasmine, you miss your family. You miss your grandma the most. How about your grandma come, and she want to come for 2 weeks. Okay, let her come for 2 weeks. And I'm going to be gone one of those weeks. So let her stay with you while I'm gone so you don't be here by yourself. I can handle her for like 4 days. Let her come a week and a half. How about that? And she said, okay. Get to the week that we're supposed to go. Well, I'm supposed to be getting ready to go to Detroit maybe a week before. And Jasmine says, oh, she's not going to come. She's going to come later in the month. So, I kind of got a problem with that. We have a 1-bedroom apartment with a very uncomfortable couch and a very low, her grandma just had a stroke, a very low bed. And we don't have a bed yet. We don't have a mattress. So we're sleeping very low, too, because we sold the one we had. And I said, I don't think she should stay 2 weeks. You get to see your mama every day that you get a chance. I only get to see my mom on Wednesdays. But you get to see your mom every Wednesday and blah, blah, blah. And I said, first of all, don't throw it in my face. Like, I didn't beg you to come here and separate from your family. So that created a huge bind. I'm like, first of all, 2 weeks, that's half of a month. Is she going to pay half rent? Then I said 2 weeks, that's a lot of groceries.
Sure.
We are already struggling with money too.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe to interject, maybe it was you would have had a better sell at saying, because you hit on it. You said, we may not be equipped.
Yeah.
To have somebody that long.
That's what I told her.
Because we're kind of tight.
Yeah. I said we don't have what we need here to accommodate your grandma. I just knew you didn't like my grandma. She feel like you don't like her and blah, blah, blah. And I said, Jasmine, that's not the case. I just don't think we are prepared. The last time her grandma came, Jasmine was ready for her to go within 2 days.
Well, sure. Everything looks good on, what does it say? Everything looks good on paper?
Yeah.
And
she probably gonna kill me for talking about this anyway, but
hi, Jasmine.
I was just like, I want you to hear where I'm coming from with this. We don't have the resources to accommodate another body in this house. We really don't. Then she went and told her grandma, and her grandma thinks that I don't like her.
Oh, no.
Now, that turned into a bigger fight. It was bigger than what I just made it seem. We went on a picnic, and then we went to Chick-fil-A. Her grandma called. Mind you, her grandma has my phone number, my cell phone number. And she said, where's Caitlin? And Jasmine was like, let me speak. She's right here. Let me speak to her. She gave me the phone. I said, who is that? It was my grandma. Like, she got mad when I said it. And I said, okay, hello. Hey, Caitlin, this Jasmine's grandma. She said her name. I said, obviously. But okay. And she says, oh, Shell. Oh, God, Shell. Shell is Jasmine's real mom. And Karita is her auntie. Oh, Shell. Oh, God, Shell. They were dry. Her and Karita. So in your mind, what you think didn't happen?
Like a wreck or her?
Boom. So she says, yeah, they daddy died. And I'm like, but while she's saying Karita and Shell, blah, blah, I'm like, what, Miss Shell? What's going on? She said they daddy died. Their father means nothing to Jasmine. Jasmine has no relationship with him.
Right.
The person that she called her grandfather has already passed on. This man has nothing to do with Jasmine.
Well, why is she telling you?
why she didn't call me and say, hey, Kaylin, just pretend I'm your mama or something, or your auntie or somebody. Just pretend I'm not Jasmine's grandma. Instead, she called you, Jasmine, to talk to me. Got you scared. Got tears forming in your eyes. And Jasmine's like, who died, babe? Please tell me who died. Who died? Just tell me. Just go ahead and tell me.
Well, some people like to create drama.
Chris. So I'm just like, so I gave Jasmine at the phone and she said, Jasmine, you sitting down? And I said, is she serious? You just told her you're in the car. So I say out loud, no, she said, yeah, your granddaddy died and blah, blah. And Jasmine was like, oh, you ain't have to give the phone to Caitlin. I ain't have to do all that and saying that. And I said, yeah, that didn't make no sense. Just like that.
Yeah.
Said, yeah, that didn't make any sense. Jasmine looked at me like, are you serious? Why would you say that? Then they had that conversation. Her grandma got quiet, then started back talking, and then they hung up. We got home. We had a whole argument about it. I was like, listen, your grandma say that you have anxiety and she don't want to tell you anything and want to tell me so I can tell you. She need to realize I have anxiety too. You can't, I don't like stuff coming from left field. Sure. I want to be prepared. I want you to tell me and just keep it straight up with me. Jasmine didn't understand that. A couple of days later, she said, yeah, I mean, if you want to call and apologize to my grandma, you can, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. I said, for what? She said she already feel like you don't like her, and now what you said when she overheard you say that over the phone. I said, say what? And she said that didn't make any sense. What I said didn't make no sense.
Well, it didn't make no damn sense. I mean, what do you
trying to tell Jasmine? I said, Jazz, I called her at work on purpose so that I wouldn't get upset in front of people and get loud.
Sure.
I said, Jasmine, I've made the choice. I am not going to call your grandma and apologize. Because I would say that to my own grandma, and I'm a very respectful person to my elders.
Well, I mean, fairly simple. Just didn't make no sense.
It didn't. And I think this is my thing with elders. They think that you're supposed to break your back.
Sure.
For them, and I'm just not gonna do it because I even pointed out to Jazz. I said I think it's you and I were raised so different.
Fair.
My family gave me space. Your family didn't. My family, my mom and dad didn't have to know everything that I was doing. They didn't have to know everywhere I was going. But I still chose to tell them. But they just never inserted themselves. And they always say that's your business. Even when I was 12. They said it. And people look at me sideways when I say it, but that's how it is. And I said, but they still taught me to say what's on my mind, but in a respectful way, no matter who it is. And that's what I did.
There you go.
I didn't even think I was saying anything that was halfway near parallel to being disrespectful.
I wouldn't have took it that way. I didn't take it that way when I heard the story.
So I held on to that. Like, I think I built up a lot of resentment towards those two incidents. And I was just like, you did not try to see my side. Now you got your grandma thinking that I don't like her just because I ain't calling to apologize. And
she didn't defend you in your statement.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
And she always saying, well, I'm always defending you. I said, I don't hear it, so I really don't know. Also, now your grandma, when she joke with me and I don't think it's funny, if I don't think the joke is funny, I'm not going to laugh. That's just the type of person I am. And that hurts people's feelings when it shouldn't. If you're not fucking funny, you're not funny.
Oh, you better laugh at every joke I got.
I'm not.
Every dad joke I got, you better be rolling.
I mean, I can tell a joke, and if somebody don't laugh, I'm not gonna trip about it because I've been telling stupid jokes since I was in school.
Right.
But it was, I just told Jazz. Now, this the latest incident. Her grandma, she was on the phone with her grandma, and her grandma said, hey, and I said, hey, back. And she said something that was supposed to be funny. I didn't laugh. And her grandma said, oh, she just take me too serious. I gotta stop. I don't want you to stop joking with me or playing with me.
Just come up with something better. Just, you gotta bring better funny.
I really think you and I are twins.
We might be. Separated at birth. We kind of look alike.
Yeah, we do. You've got the same nose and everything.
That's right.
I mean, honestly though, I've been asking everyone, what point am I wrong in this?
It's all perspective.
And I did come off as a jerk with the whole staying there for 2 weeks. I did have to put my feelings aside, and I said, look, I'll even compromise with you. How about you stay here 1 week? 7 days.
Hell, her grandma might have been ready to go in 4.
No, she wasn't. I don't think so. But I said, can we compromise? No, because she don't want to do that. I said, well, that's her problem. If she don't want to respect my wishes in my home, she ain't got to come.
That's right. That's fair.
But you can't. And that's my whole point. They're circling right back around. She don't think, to me, Jasmine don't think in a logical way. She's not a selfish person, but she didn't, to me, these 2 instances, they were selfish.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I've had my moments.
Oh, we all do.
Because I'm a full-blown asshole. Like, when she's having her depressed days or not feeling well, I'm like,
suck it up.
I'm kind of hard on, like, you're choosing to be depressed. You're choosing to do this. You won't get up. You know, and some people do need that depressed day, that decompress day. So now I just let her have it.
Yeah, let her do her thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I've shut my mouth and let the environment roll on for a little bit to a point.
To a certain extent, like if you're in bed all day, which she don't do that, I can usually it's pretty easy to get her up. But I can be a hard ass sometimes. So if in case you're listening to this, sweetheart, I love you.
I love you too.
Stop.
And on that note, since we're wrapping up to the end, we made it to the beach already. You realize that?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that amazing? Do you do that too?
Yeah, man, made it to the beach. Put everything on time. A couple last things that we're gonna do. I hope that you've already said you got to work. If Jasmine decides that she wants to get out and about, tell her to come down and see the event on the 14th. We would love to have her. She knows my smiling face, and I'll introduce her to a lot of great people. It'll be got a food truck coming. Miranda, Ghost Biker's gonna be there. She likes ghosts or thinks she's got a ghost. This is the girl to come talk to.
Okay.
And so, and she may enlighten her that you don't have one, or she may say, "It sounds interesting. Let's talk about it." You know, whatever the case may be. So
she do always say sometimes she feel like she got a bad spirit on her back.
Well, this will be the lady to talk to. Yes. So we need to get her down there. And I'll give you all the pertinent information on that before you leave today, and get her dialed up. It gives her 2 weeks to figure out where everything is and whether she feels comfortable making it down there.
Okay.
All right. So with that being noted, I think that we had a great conversation. I think we've learned a lot about each other, and I hope that you come back on.
Can you call me Beyonce?
Call you Beyonce?
Yeah.
All right, Beyonce.
Thank you.
There you go. Well, with that note, we're gonna hit the music to come out of here and see what's going on. All right.